The Atlanta Falcons gave wide receiver Drake London a 4-year contract extension worth $100 million guaranteed. The Steelers gave linebacker Nick Herbig a 4-year extension worth over $40 million guaranteed. Seahawks pass rusher Derek Hall got a 3-year extension worth over $20 million guaranteed. Packers running back Josh Jacobs returned to practice after last week's arrest following domestic abuse allegations. The NBA Finals start Wednesday. The Stanley Cup Final has Game 1 tonight in an hour. It's Vegas at Carolina. The Hurricanes just eliminated Montreal. Vegas with an impressive sweep of number 1 Colorado. 4 WNBA games tonight. At the French Open, number 2 Alexander Zverev won his quarterfinal. To Major League Baseball, the Yankees are hosting Cleveland, but Aaron Judge of New York out with bruised ribs and a sore shoulder. I'm Steve DeSager.
Elijah, put the camera on me.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack-a-dack, dack-dack-a-ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
What about it?
Not 4.
How many?
Thank you, LeBron.
That's 6.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, Bing. FoxSportsRadio.com, the iHeartRadio app, SiriusXM Channel 83, and now live on YouTube.
That's right. I'll write it. We'll do it. I'll do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it. Do it.
Say my name,
Rob Parker.
Say his name,
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple right here on Fox Sports Radio on a Trash Talking Tuesday.
Woo!
That's right. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Ben Maller.
At least when people are still awake.
What else you going to count it?
Sorry about that, Ben. I'm just saying. All right, write it down. Committed to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there who can't figure out a letter and the numbers combo and that kind of stuff, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line when you do call in, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Turn off your station.
And with all that said,
station.
Always remember...
Sweet oopity. Yeah.
There you go. Let's go.
Viva Mexico.
Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is Kelvin Washington.
That's right. What up, man? Happy Trash Talking Tuesday. You remember that moment right there when they didn't give my man his perfect game?
Yes, that was the terrible game by the Empire there. Awful.
Sorry.
My big thing is
that was June 2nd, 2010 in Detroit. That's why they're showing it today.
The problem with it is if you're the umpire, it's real simple. And you're at first base, before the batter comes up with 2 outs and a chance at a perfect game, you have to say to yourself, Kelvin, it's real simple. Bang, bang, play, he's out. And you don't get it. Bang, bang, play, he's out. No one's going to argue with you. You're in Detroit, a bang, bang play at first base, no replay. Do you get me?
Yep.
But you have to go in with that idea.
You're right, because
I don't know how you can be at first base and not think that.
You'd rather bang, bang it and been slightly off than epic historic. We got to make documentaries about it. Oh,
Jim Joyce has to live with that,
Yeah.
like his whole career. Like you can't, it's always going to be when they do his obituary. Like that's in the second paragraph.
Yeah. So anyway, it's
Seriously.
was it 16 years ago today? That's why they're showing it.
Bang, bang.
That's
Chicken
right.
and shrimp.
No doubt. All right. It is The Odd Couple, and man, what a show we have for you on Trash Talking Tuesday. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. That's right. You can watch us live right now. You could see us. We both got on very light colors.
We do.
Elijah, is this bad? People have to adjust their down.
Elijah said it's bad. Yeah,
Thumbs down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I try not to wear. I know Elijah, I
not
wear
all
little
white,
colors. Yeah,
you
no,
know.
you got what yours is, bro. You look like you went to heaven.
I got my wings.
Well,
No, I'm going the other way.
No, you got your wings. You're
All
going
right.
up there. You and what's his name? Sam, whoever.
Sam.
Who is it?
The guy Ray Burns or something. Who you left?
Raymond Burr? Sam, my God.
Never heard of him.
Raymond Burr?
By the way, Scotty at the other job took me telling you he was going to take with me making fun of you yesterday, and he did a little promo thing. I told you he does that.
Oh, he does it?
He took you talking about Raymond Burr versus Jesus.
Unbelievable.
And let all the Spectrum people hear. And he's like, you work with a heathen?
Yes,
I said,
I do.
"Hey,
You said every day.
Every day.
All right.
Every day.
All right, just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Make that happen. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them.
Who we got?
Rob G is our producer.
Bud Mexican?
Rob G is our producer.
Bud Mexican?
Okay. USC Chris is our engineer today.
Bud Mexican is the one I do not have here, so
Okay.
we finished with a 900.
I think Rob G,
So-
to
so
be honest
what-
with you, he deleted it.
What
since
I'm
Alex been here.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a board for when people fill in.
Wait, you're
No,
going to
there
make
is-
it?
there is one. It's
I'm
just
gonna
not.
make a board and it'll be button. You'll get the script.
Okay.
Button 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll be a
Bud
circle.
Mexican is
1, 2, 3.
You're going to make
There
it.
it
I'm gonna
is.
make it.
I
There it
feel
is.
like
Bud
that's
Mexican is
1,000% going to be
Mexican
Alex
is
or
what
Rob
it
G
is.
making
No,
it.
Bud Mexican.
Alex is
Bud
about to get the hit
What
with
are you trying to?
HRU.
You trying to think like I'm not
Yes.
tech savvy?
Before you even
Okay.
say it, yes.
Okay. Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course, Elijah is our social media guru. So there we go.
All right.
All that and much more. All right, Rob G. I'm just tired of all this Rams news. I mean, it made me throw up in my mouth today when I had to hear Aaron Donald chiming in. I thought he was retired, and
I thought you loved all the errands.
I don't like the retired one. So when Aaron Rodgers retires, it'll be a different
Okay,
story.
gotcha.
But you like Aaron Burr?
Raymond Burr,
It's his
would you
brother.
stop?
Okay, anyways, yes.
Raymond
Sam
Burr.
It was Sam. I thought it was Sam.
The
I am.
one Aaron that Rob doesn't like, Aaron Donald. Once Myles Garrett got traded to the Rams, the next question on everybody's mind was, damn, can you imagine if Aaron Donald came out of retirement, him and Myles Garrett on the same D-line? It'd be incredible. So Shady McCoy, who played at Pittsburgh where Aaron Donald played, said, hey, I've been texting with AD. He may or may not want to come back. We'll see. One of his former teammates, Michael Brockers from the Rams, saying, you know what? I got some intel. My guy's staying ready. He don't got to get ready.
Now that's facts.
But Pat McAfee got Aaron Donald on record. Had a text exchange, which she read on air today during the Pat McAfee show. McAfee sent him a text saying, hey, you thinking about coming back to play with the Rams? And here's what Aaron Donald said, quote, it for sure got me thinking. 35, removed 2 years ago. Got to see if that fire can light back up.
I got news for you.
What's the news?
I got a fire extinguisher, and I'm going to keep the flame extinguished. Please, just go home. Stay with your family. You were tired. Guys, kill me with this. I don't understand it. Seriously, because it takes a lot for you. It's something you've done as a kid all the way. When you step away, it speaks volumes. It really does. I'm not talking about like the Brett Favre who never really, he was like, I'm retiring now. He never really quit and then came back. It was just conversation. He didn't take a year or two off and then come back. I just don't understand it. Just because someone texts you or whatever, Aaron would not have quit if he didn't feel that way. He has the perfect life. You know why? He went out on top with a championship. Bing. He got his big contract playing in the National Football League. Bing. He's got his health. Bing. Your kids, your family get to have a young dad around and all this other stuff. All of these things are winning. what you could do is come back, get hurt, not play well for people to look at you and go, man, I remember when he was really like the best player in the league. Okay. Or Matthew Stafford has 4 snaps and bust something, and then the season's over and you're there playing for what? I don't get it. Aaron Donald, don't do it. I would rather you go work at McDonald's than come back and play for the Rams. I'm dead serious.
Don't be that serious.
At least
with that.
there.
The man got a chance to make, first of all, crazy money.
Forget it. He's already got money. He wouldn't have left if he needed money. He wouldn't have left. A lot of NFL players, and you know this, they drop dead at 55 years old. There's a lot that goes into it. He did not quit because he couldn't play. Is that he thought it out and made a right decision. It wasn't like I was unfulfilled because I never won a Super Bowl or I never got there. He was at the pinnacle.
Yeah.
I just hope he had a brain fart for a couple of minutes and
you mean when he retired?
No.
He had the brain fart then, right? When he retired, that's what it was?
Now.
Man, listen to me, Rob. Everybody can't have this is my 40th year. This is my 35th year. Are you going to 45? You're going to year 45 in this business.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying is,
but when I'm ready to retire, which you don't believe, you think I'm gonna come back?
No, not in this capacity. I think you'll find something else.
No,
but the only reason why I do believe you is because you have been you are very stick-to-itive. I'll give you that.
Everything I tell you that I'm working on, I'm gonna do.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna do.
You get dap on that. Dap me up. I'll give you that. Now, what I'm saying with Aaron Donald is this: couple of things. One, the reason I brought up how long you've been doing this is there are times where athletes realize this is the smallest window to a professional career. You're going 45. I've been in it 21 years. I could go another 20 years and so on and so forth, right? We're blessed with a career. Al Pacino's still acting. He's 106? Clint Eastwood got to be 109. So my point is there are certain careers you can keep going. Teachers teach till they're 70-something or principals. And athletes know it's a finite career. And I think that they do get the itch sometimes. Like, I didn't want to go through a summer camp. I didn't have OTAs in me. I wanted to be home. And I think they get home and they rest up and your body's feeling good. You took a couple years off, and I think they get that itch. And I'll give you an example. Tom Brady never quite got the itch like that. Tom Brady, he never really let it sit. That's what I say. He never really let it settle. But what he did was go call Rob Gronkowski. And he said, yo, Gronk, come on back with me. Who would have been off for a year or two, come on back, come win this Super Bowl with me in Tampa. And they come back and they won. Eric Waddle did that for the Rams and ended up being a pivotal piece defensively for the Rams the year they won it back in the February of 2022. So I think there are examples of where guys come back, they're fresh, they're healthy. Have you seen Aaron Donald on what he's been doing? He ain't missed a beat physically.
Okay. Can I give you a quote from Aaron Donald, May 2025?
Yes, let me hear it.
Right? That's just about a year ago.
Yep.
Okay. Quote, as far as playing football, I don't miss it. I don't even have the passion or excitement to want to play football. Mm-hmm. I will always love football, but once you lose the passion, it's time to walk away. Hello? He said this. There wasn't a gun to his back.
Might have been.
Those are real comments. He got caught up in the trade and somebody texting him and being involved and all that. Come on, man. You don't say this a year ago unless you believe it. Once you lose that passion, we talk about it all the time. When players start even talking about retirement, you don't want that guy. He's already checked out.
I don't disagree with most humans, but I use Gronk as an example. Arguably a top, where you want to put him? 3-4 tight end of all time?
But Gronk was way younger. He retired early because...
But his body's more battered than Aaron Donald's.
But it ain't the same.
And Aaron Donald, I say this to say Aaron Donald is still a young 35. He has a couple years off. It's kind of like Michael Vick. Not that he wanted to retire, but set him out to prison, and he got 2 years off to just stay healthy, to keep his body right, and came back and had the best year of his career, a couple years with Andy Reid. And all I'm saying with Aaron Donald is I get why he might be interested. I get why he might want to say, man, Matthew Stafford, who's questioned retirement, is there again. Sean McVay question retirement is there. So you got Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, guys who've been through, but they pushed through. And they've had great seasons.
Neither one of them, Sean McVay or Matthew Stafford, was never the best player in the league. They were never on that
Sean
level.
McVay, you could argue, has been the best coach.
Not. No, he's not.
He's right there on the short list.
No, he's not.
If
Not
you
on
wanna
my
say,
list.
well, who's better coach?
I'm just saying it's not on my list. We could just go on.
He's right there. Many people would say it's Sean McVay.
That's fine. I don't care what many people say. I'm giving you my opinion as someone who's covered the league.
He's right there.
Since 1990.
Sean McVay absolutely deserves to be right there.
1987.
And so if Sean McVay questioned
That's why he never fixed the special teams. That's why he didn't get a kicker. He didn't do what he needed to do last year. It was a problem all year, and they didn't fix it.
And part of it was
that's him as a coach.
Their defense horrible the second half, and they righted that ship. McDuffie. I'm talking
about what happened last year.
Right. And part of the defense, the special teams was issues
special
too.
Team all year.
And I'm going to trust that they right the ship.
Okay.
He has earned that he has done. He finds ways to fix holes. For
he
sure,
didn't do
he
it
has
last
earned that.
year. That's what cost.
Right. That's what I'm talking about this season. So my whole point is, if Aaron Donald wants to come back, I understand it. I get it. He's that talented. He's that healthy. He's that in shape. The team would not need him to be Aaron Donald of the 2018s, 19s, and 20s. They would need him to be just give us spot plays here or there. We've got other players, and come just be great, be around the locker room, be a leader, make a play here or there, and go for a last ride. Might be the last ride for him, Stafford, might even be McVay. You never know.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Should Aaron Donald come out of retirement to play for the Rams again?
Back. Come get this Grunt trophy.
We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, and we value your phone calls. This is not a damn podcast where you can't get through.
Wise Rob G.
This is a radio show. 877-99 on Fox.
Rob G gonna get these calls.
Continue on. We'll continue this conversation next.
Hey, look what I'm about to do. I'm about to unhold him. No, I'm gonna unhold him.
It is The Odd Couple.
How I do that? There we go.
You can't do it. He can do it. Right here on Fox Sports Radio, and you know what you need to do.
You lucky, Rob G.
Stick and stay.
Why does it got to be Mexican, bud? Couldn't it be American, bud? USA.
Go the other way. Go Mexican. Yeah. I did it, by the way. I unblocked those. Take that, Rob G. All right, check it out. The world's biggest soccer tournament. We know it has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. And on Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. So you know me, right? I love having fun. I love an underdog story. Picking the favorite, it's still easy, right? But riding with the long shot, it's more fun. It feels more rewarding. And with that in mind, I want to tell you all about this one. So Mexico is currently trading at just 1.3% to win it all, meaning if you bet $100, you trade $100, it's going to pay out over $7,100 if that wins in the soccer's biggest prize. So check this out. Mexico is going to be well represented in the games because, of course, being here in the States. So it wouldn't shock me at all to see them make a deep run, right? They're going to have a huge fan base. Going to be a lot of people rooting them on, especially here in Southern California. So on Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. So for a limited time, download the Kalshi app and make sure you use the code ODD, O-D-D, ODD, to get $10 when you trade 10. K-A-L-S-H-I. That's Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Restrictions and eligibility apply. Not available in all states and must be 18 plus. Trading. Significant risk. Consider if it's appropriate for your financial circumstances. Prices and value may differ and some markets may not be active. See Kalshi.com/regulatory for more.
Rob G, big trade in the NFL. My goodness gracious.
Man.
A couple of big trades, but the biggest one of the day, of course, our Cleveland Browns have traded two-time Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett to our Los Angeles Rams for Pro Bowl pass rusher Jared Verse, first-round pick next season, a second-round pick in 28, and a third-rounder in 29. But in summary, the best pass rusher in football is back in Los Angeles.
You know what they did, Rob? They did not go full Rob Parker. And you know what I'm talking about, Rob? When me and you get into it in the NBA, you always tell me how so-and-so is a made man, right? You'll say Joker, Giannis, because they got their ring. And I hear the sentiment, but I always ask you, like, why can't I go for more? Why can't I be competing in, year out, if I'm that good or that great, to try to win more? And that's what the Rams have done over the last 10 years, plus years, whatever, the Sean McVay era. They got to the Super Bowl. They said that ain't enough for Jared Goff. And they went and got Matthew Stafford. They've been good, but they finally get to the Super Bowl. They win it. Then they also draft Ty Simpson, and a lot of people are like, well, what's that for? Because they're already 2 years ahead planning for that. And I think this is just another sentiment of where I like that they don't settle, Rob. They don't say, well, we'll be pretty good. Let's just see. Let's just hope. They're like, no, we are going for rings. And they go get
How many rings have they won or Super Bowl appearances since they went to the Super Bowl?
Wait a minute. How many Super Bowls?
No, I'm asking you. How many years ago? That was 3 years ago, right? Okay.
And they're trying to get back.
Okay.
That's my point. They don't just rest. I love that. They see what's in front of them. The Seahawks are the reigning champs and could still be really good. They see the 49ers, if God forbid they're ever healthy, might be again competing for that to get to the Super Bowl. We know they've made multiple appearances. They see the Eagles. Was that a bad year? They're going to bounce back. They made a trade. They see what's in front of them. That's just the NFC, let alone the AFC. And so they made a massive move to go get a guy like an Aaron Donald who can close out games for them. And again, Verse was a really good player. He's not Myles Garrett, right? And you only had to give up some picks. And now you got a guy, to me, they're looking at it as 2 years of you. If you just be you, Myles Garrett, after that, you can be less than, it's all right. If we just get 2 years of you, best defensive player, arguably best player in all of NFL.
Yeah, it got Cleveland a lot.
It didn't. And that's from, I'm glad you said that. What he was able to do in Cleveland by himself, 23 sacks, year in, year out, all-pro, 7-time all-pro. What the heck is he going to be able to do there where the requirement is just go get me 12 sacks? Just go get me 13, 4. I don't need 23. I got schematics. I've got other guys. We got an offensive side of the ball where if we get up 14, 17, they're going to have to pass. Put your pin your ears back, go get them. So more than anything than just a singular player, I just like the mindset, Rob, of going to get somebody that puts you hopefully over the edge, gives you a chance to get back to the Super Bowl, hopefully win it if you're them. And I just love the competitive edge of the McVay, Les Snead, the whole team, that one ain't enough. Being good just ain't enough. They felt like that Seahawks should have been our Super Bowl. Credit the Seahawks for beating them. They felt like that should have been ours, and they're going back to go trying to get back at it, getting the best player in football. I love it, and kudos to them for competing year in, year out.
Once again, just window dressing. This is window dressing. This wasn't a need of theirs, and I get how good Myles Garrett is. The reason they lost was because their special teams and their kicking game and Matthew Stafford against Atlanta giving up home field. That's why they didn't get to where they wanted to get to. It wasn't because they couldn't get to the quarterback or they couldn't close games. It was because of their what? Special teams. This is just adding whipped cream. Nobody in their right mind is going to stamp them and say they got Myles Garrett. They're guaranteed to win the Super Bowl. Guaranteed? No, they're not. They're not guaranteed. I get it. It feels good. It ripples, has a ripple effect. Wow, look what we got. Just like when the Green Bay Packers went out and got the next Lawrence Taylor. They're going to the Super Bowl. Look at what they did, the Packers. How did that work out? Did they get to the Super Bowl? No, they didn't get to the Super Bowl. Just like the Rams aren't guaranteed to get to the Super Bowl. And it's all good. It ain't about not trying, but look at your team and figure out what went wrong last year and how do we build it. They had a good young player that he was fine there. Fine. There's no you went from a 0 to a 10. That's not what you went from. From a 7 or 8 to a 10. I get it. But this does not mean that the Rams are lock-solid Super Bowl champs. Of course, the Cavs get swept in the playoffs. Yay. People are calling for Kenny Atkinson's head, and of course the Cavs do what?
Absolutely nothing. The Cleveland Cavaliers, despite getting swept and embarrassed in Game 4, they lost by damn near 40 points. It wasn't even competitive after the first quarter. Donovan Mitchell said after the game, I have no doubt that this group
Fox Sports Radio. On a Trash Talking Tuesday, it's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin. E from Salam coming up in about 5 minutes or so. Good to chop it up with him. And by the way, after 40, well, the energy drops, the weight hangs on, and you start wondering where the old you went. M-Drive. Well, it was built for that. Support healthy testosterone, energy, and metabolism. Don't ignore the change. Go to mdriveformen.com. Check them out. They'll take good care of you. USC Chris, when Alex is here, he makes us a little concoction and stuff with some M-Drive. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Let's get to these calls. Aaron Donald, getting out of retirement? Possibility, good idea. Should he stay home, relax, and lift weights every day like he does on Instagram, or come back to a Super Bowl contending team, Rob, and get one more, and then he can look at you and scream, anything's possible!
And in case you're wondering why we call Chris USC Chris, he was my student at USC.
Rob, me and Steve DeSager are the only people who weren't your students. And even then, you've had Steve go speak to your students. And matter of fact, I sit next to you every day. When you going to ask me?
I'm going to have you. Next semester.
I think I get the USC title just because I was one of your first students, though.
Yes, you were.
I was one of the first ones through.
No doubt. All right, here we go. 877-99.
Wait, but was he a good student?
On Fox. He did a great job.
All right, just making sure.
He liked my paper on Rasheed Wallace.
Absolutely. All right, Kenneth in Louisiana. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kenneth?
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
What up?
I'm good. Long time listener, first time caller.
Hey, Kenneth, we appreciate you. How long have you been listening, my man?
For years.
Thank you. Okay.
What part of Louisiana?
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Okay.
Right. We agree in Louisiana.
You agree with me. I want to hear why.
You always want to go out on top. You think you come back to get in, try to do whatever you can do, but if you're losing, it doesn't look good.
Right.
It doesn't look good at all. I.e. LeBron James.
Okay.
Well, I think I get your sentiment, but I'll say this. It is a different.
Thanks, Kenneth.
A D lineman, defensive tackle, is much different than a star NBA player, franchise leader. I get, because that's a whole we're looking at you. It'd be more Matthew Stafford than Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald comes back, and let's say he's solid but not great. He'll just kind of fall in the mix, and we won't necessarily make a thing of it. That's the luxury of football teams. It usually just falls on the quarterback.
Yeah. I just think
or the coach, those two.
If you can. I always loved how John Elway left. Like, I really.
And a bus.
Right?
Especially Elway.
Seriously. Same thing. Jerome Bettis, he probably could have eked out another year if he wanted to. He was good. Greg in Wichita, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Greg?
Rob, K-Dub, how you guys doing?
Yo.
Hey, Rob, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to tell anybody what they should do. Aaron Donald's an intelligent guy. If it's cool with his wife, if she wants him out of the house and he's got the drive, I don't know why not. I mean, I know what he
Greg,
said.
let me say this, and you're right. Aaron Donald's not listening to the show. I'm going to say, yeah, Rob is right. I'm not going to come back.
Wait, why he live out here, don't he?
I'm just saying. But Greg, that's why we do the show, right? We got an opinion on this. Should he? Shouldn't he? So I'm not saying this and saying Aaron Donald's gonna listen to Rob Parker about his future. I'm just saying I would rather a guy who said that he didn't have passion for the game stay home. That's all I'm saying.
Did you ever give up passion for this?
No.
What about her?
Yeah, I did. That's why I got divorced.
But another her?
No.
So you ain't never did back?
When I didn't have the passion, I got divorced. I'm not
talking about divorce.
No,
I'm talking about another one.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, he
divorce.
went back, Rob G.
I'm talking about.
He spun the block.
I'm talking about divorce.
Yeah, you spun the block. Hey, I know.
No,
Sheila, I said it was over, but
there comes a point, and my point is, like, I'm as passionate about what I do every day than I was 25 years ago, and I'm not even kidding you. I come in here, I'm fired up. I'm ready to scream and yell and have my opinion. I am, and that's why I still do it. If I didn't do that, if I was mailing it in like some other people maybe might be doing,
some people mailing it.
There you go. I would.
Well, let me tell you something. I ain't Mr. Anti-podcast like you, but I ain't gonna lie. There's some people eating on podcasts.
There you go.
Because the one person is and then everybody's that's
all they do. I don't know how they're getting paid. I don't even know. All right, let's squeeze in Kevin real quick. Kevin in Culver City. That was about your guy. Wait a minute. Was that about Marcellus?
No.
Did you hear him go, ha?
No, don't do that.
Okay.
I told you don't do that.
Yes, Kevin.
I told you.
Kevin in Culver City.
We're going to talk about it.
God is good.
All the time. Whoa, what are you doing calling so early?
What's up, buddy?
Boy, what you on, a day off?
Yeah, I had to get in on this topic. Hey, Aaron Donald, AD, is the baddest man in L.A., and the difference is, I know what Rob is saying, but this guy, any room he walks into, he's the strongest man, the most in shape man, and you have an opportunity to play with a guy like Myles Garrett and work with him every day, get back into the grind with Stafford.
He said he had no passion, so was he lying to us, Kevin? Was he lying to us a year ago? Kevin, I'm asking you. Kevin, just answer my question. So he lied a year ago when he said he had no passion for the game? Is that what he lied to us?
There might have been a cap. There might have been a little cap in there. No, he didn't lie. But sometimes you get the fire rejuvenated again. You got a unique opportunity in L.A. for a Super Bowl, and this is a unique team with Myles Garrett that can legit win a Super Bowl. And you look at that defensive line with Donald and Garrett together.
Sheesh. That's
a winning formula. That's a championship team with Stafford to run up.
Until somebody's Achilles is hanging out of their baloney sock.
There you go. And you know the Super Bowl's in L.A. too, so they want to go ahead and win another one in L.A.
Okay.
That's what they want to do. Hey, appreciate the calls. As always, Ephraim Salam on the other side. We'll talk to him. And, of course, he was once retired, so we'll see. Get his thoughts. What are you about to say?
I'm going to say this before Steve's update. Tonight's the first night of the Stanley Cup final, right? As somebody who worked in Hockey Town and grew up as an Islander fan,
what happened?
My team won 4 Stanley Cups in a row. I'm going to say this, and I'm saying it with all sincerity. I think the problem with the National Hockey League is that it's Las Vegas against the Hurricanes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Canadian teams aren't relevant anymore.
You need the big brands.
We're the Rangers, we're the Flyers, we're
Red
the
Wings,
Bruins.
Blackhawks.
It's mind-boggling since they came into the league. Like Las Vegas has been a couple times.
Yep.
I'm not saying they're a good team. Obviously, Tampa Bay's won. Like, if you start looking, go over the last 20 years and see the teams that have won, they're all like off-brands, essentially. All right, that's my commentary on hockey.
There you go. Anti-small man. Small market.
Golden Knights and the Hurricanes are coming up next.
I mean, we had 2 of those teams right there with the Avalanche and the Canadians, but they just keep losing. They just can't lose.
I'm just gonna be honest with y'all.
Go ahead.
It ain't hitting like it used to. It used to be, Steve. You know this. It really used to be Big Four in America, Big Four sports,
right.
And it was like, as somebody who wasn't the massive hockey fan, growing up in Metro Detroit, as you know,
I went to Red Wings, covered Stanley Cup, all that stuff,
and it just something about it. But then it just fell off. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's UFC, if it's soccer, the little incremental growth. I don't know what.
They did shoot themselves in the foot when they went off ESPN because in the 90s, the NHL, you're right, was one of the big four sports. And that coincided with the Red Wings run, I realize. But now, if they can get 3 million viewers for a playoff game, they're doing cartwheels. Yeah. The NBA's Game 7 over the weekend was closer to 16 million.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. And working in Detroit Hockey Town, it was a big deal.
And it was cultural, too. It wasn't just
it was a big deal.
People, you kept up. Maybe you didn't know every single thing, but you kept up a bit.
Yeah.
Things have changed. All right, Steve.
And yes, it is about a half an hour away. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final, Vegas at Carolina. As far as Major League Baseball, the Detroit Tigers had lost 21 of 25 until Monday's win when they hit 5 homers. They got 2 homers in the first 2 innings at Tampa Bay tonight against Steven Matz. It's now Tigers 5-0 over the Rays in the bottom of the 3rd. The Padres with a 2-run shot lead 2-0 at Philadelphia against Aaron Nola and the Phils in the bottom of the 3rd. Baltimore at Boston 1-1 in the top of the 3rd inning. Also, the Yankees are scoreless at home against Cleveland, bottom of the 2nd. Aaron Judge out with bruised ribs and a sore shoulder. Also later in Major League Baseball, Houston will be hosting Pittsburgh in a half an hour. Houston activated reliever Josh Hader for his season debut after biceps tendonitis. One of the late games will have the Angels hosting Colorado. Angels shortstop Zach Neto is out again with whiplash. The Women's College World Series final starts Wednesday, Texas against Texas Tech. 4 WNBA games tonight. NBA finals start on Wednesday. The Atlanta Falcons gave wide receiver Drake London a 4-year contract extension worth $100 million guaranteed. The Steelers gave linebacker Nick Herbig a 4-year extension. Pass rusher Derek Hall of the Seahawks got a 3-year extension. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. Appreciate it. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday, which is coming up in next hour right now, joined by Ephraim Salaam, former NFL offensive lineman, Fox Sports Radio Weekends, Ephraim Salaam on X. Give him a follow. E, what up, man?
What's good, brothers? How y'all doing?
Good. We're trying to see if you want to go block for Matthew Stafford and join Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett and all them. Go and have a little party with the Rams. You got it in you?
Man, I really do, but about that. My back, knees, hips, and shoulders are like, yeah, we're good.
What do you make of that? Aaron Donald coming? No, he hasn't said anything, but little hints, a little joke, little tongue-in-cheek tweets or messages to Pat McAfee. What do you make of that? Rob says, look, you left, you were done, you said you didn't have the passion.
He said it a year ago. He said he didn't have the passion. He loved the game, but he doesn't have the passion to play anymore. And I know plenty of football. I've been covering this league for a long time. And Ephraim, you know this. Once you don't have that, you don't want to get back out on that field.
That's true. But just like you can lose it, you can regain it. And
what do he do? Pop a blue pill and he's ready to play again?
No. I think he understands just what it would mean and how it would make his job a lot easier to have himself in a 3 technique and Myles Garrett out there in a 7 technique or a 9 technique. I mean, you want to talk about a nightmare for opposing offenses. If Aaron Donald would come in and play, let's just say he plays 15, 20 plays a game, pass rush situation. That would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate job.
Yeah.
It would be the ultimate job. You come in next to one of the all-time greats, where all the attention will be over there.
Until Matthew Stafford rips his Achilles.
See what he's doing.
Now, I'm not going to wish something like that.
I didn't wish it on it. Nobody wished it on Aaron Rodgers. Nobody wished it on Aaron Rodgers, and it happened. Old quarterbacks get hurt. That's all I'm saying.
They do. But we're talking about the defensive line, and I know you're equating it to then if that happened, then he would just be playing for nothing. But so that's why, I see if it does happen, I see it happening around, Thanksgiving, going into the later months and all of that. Maybe he's popping up at practices and around the team. But it's a win-win situation for him. Come back, play with one of the all-time greats, play on a team that you won a championship with. That move, that trade, makes them the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl. It's clear-cut, in my opinion.
Not me. So you got them winning the Super Bowl. I remember that. We got it on tape. I don't.
We have it on tape. I don't have it. I'm going to say it on my show, too. So we'll have a bunch of tapes.
Good.
Go ahead. Taped out.
Yeah, we're taped out. That's all I want to know. Let's get to I do want to get to the NBA Finals as well.
Oh, real quick. Real quick. A.J. Brown. Your thought with A.J. Brown and the Patriots.
I think it's great. I think it's he'll finally in his entire career be with an A quarterback. He's never had a
don't disrespect Tannehill like that again, Ephraim.
Okay, well, the numbers disrespect him. Like I'm not saying anything disparaging. Just look at the numbers. And so this will be the first time he's playing with what we will consider a real starting quarterback. Who's a proficient passer down the field. I don't want to take anything away from Jalen Hurts, but his limitations.
I don't know what Super Bowls you watched because he outdueled Patrick Mahomes. I thought he threw the ball really well there.
In those 2 games.
He sure did.
But as you know, as a receiver, your season isn't made and comprised of 1 game or 2 games.
But it's about winning. Any guy. So I hope he goes to New England. I hope this year they don't make the playoffs, and he's happy because he has his numbers. Anybody who's on a team that's winning who doesn't feel good about it, I got a problem with that in sports because it's not just about compiling numbers. Go to a bad team and get numbers.
No one said anything about that, and I agree with that sentiment. What I said was I'm sure he'll be happy because now he's with what we all consider a passer of the football, and he's never had that. I didn't say anything else about, him being unhappy and they're winning. No. I'm just talking about personally for him as a receiver. you want to be part of the game plan. We know in New England he'll be part of the game plan. Philadelphia is a run-first team. That's just what it was. Guess what? Tennessee was a run-first team. They just happened to have two of the best running backs that played in the NFL in the last 20 years on both of those respective teams. So now he gets to be on a team where they will feature wide receivers, which he's never really had before.
Yeah,
NBA. You want to get to the NBA?
Yeah, let's
now?
get to the NBA.
Yeah, let's get to the NBA.
Tomorrow is the start of the NBA Finals. The Knicks are in San Antonio taking on the Spurs.
Oh yeah.
Who you got and why? How many games?
I like the Spurs. I called it back in February. I thought the Spurs had an opportunity as good as OKC was and what was going on. I thought and the Celtics at the time, everybody was playing well. I thought the Spurs had an opportunity to win the championship this year with Victor Wembanyama. Not just Victor, though. When you look at Castle and his growth, you look at Vassell and what he's been able to do.
I think you're spot on, man, Ephraim. It ain't as much as Wemby is and all that. They have a good team,
without a doubt.
They have a good team. Anybody who thinks it's just Wemby is not watching.
They're not watching. And as you guys know, I watch. I understand the game at a high level, and I'm watching what they're doing. Like those young guards, those wing defenders. Number one, they will go to the rim and put you in it. And in a league that's hyperbolic when it comes to we're gonna get up threes and shoot as many threes, they have guards that will get downhill and meet you at the rim. You know how many times they tried to dunk on Chet Holmgren or Harkenstein?
Stephon Castle has to relax.
They are assaulting the rim, and I respect that in a time where people are passing up layups for threes.
Yeah, that's what makes them scary is they're well versed. The only thing I would say is maybe age. That's the one area you could say, well, I don't know about that, but they look scary as a team for sure. Man, appreciate. Go ahead.
I don't think you can use the age thing. They said that they were a year away, and next year they were too young to go to OKC and beat them like that. I think they grew up a lot in that last series. And out of the 12 times they played OKC this year, they beat them 7.
No, they did.
I think they've grown up.
And Ephraim, you win game 1 and 7 on the road against the defending champ. You've grown up.
You are grown, yes. That age thing is out the window.
Yep, no doubt.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Have a good one as always.
All right, brothers. Y'all stay safe.
No doubt. Shekel City on the way, as well as Tire-Rack Play of the Day. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Coming up next hour, we'll take your calls for Trash Talking Tuesday. Fox Sports Radio.
We did have a Game 7 in the NBA Western Conference Finals. Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs dethroned the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder on the road in Game 7. SGA bounce back game for him, looked like the best player on the floor, but it wasn't enough because, as you mentioned, Chet Holmgren didn't really show up at all. And as a result, their quest for back-to-back belly-to-belly championships has come to an end.
Kelvin, I got to say this. Is this on?
It's on. We got you.
This might be the greatest moment of NBA history. And I know you're thinking because Wemby made it to the championship, to the finals, and he's only 22 years old. That is not why this is the greatest moment in NBA history. It's because the OKC Thunder are not going to the finals, do not have a chance to build a dynasty, and we can forget about this team. Not winning again and falling by the wayside is the best thing. They can easily become the 2019 Toronto Raptors. Nobody remembers that. They know that Kawhi played on that team. They won a championship. Despite a 2-time MVP, despite an 8-0 start in the postseason and all the other stuff where people thought, I don't know who's going to beat them. They're going to win the next 5, 6, 7 championships. That's all people were saying last year. One and done is the greatest way to extinguish this team and not have it burnt into our memory. We can forget about how awful it is aesthetically to watch them play. Chet who?
No, don't even go there.
Shea who? You heard me, Shea who? Boo-hoo-hoo, Shea who? I'm not boo-hooing. I'm celebrating. There was so much confetti in my hair after Saturday night. I thought I had dandruff.
I got some new shampoo, too, if you want to use it.
I'm thrilled. It is absolutely awesome.
Well, listen, the Spurs definitely made a whole lot of people happy.
Including me.
Because a lot of people were hoping that the Thunder would lose. And I do think we talked about this with Antonio Daniels, that I think the flopping, which is annoying, is slightly overblown. Like when you watch the Thunder, they play good ball, they play hard, they play defense, they're united. It's a good team. But I get the sentiment. What I don't like, though, actually, and you could have taken them out, per se, and had it be Denver or Milwaukee. I'm not a fan of this. Every other year, somebody winning. I like dynasties.
No, but a good dynasty. Don't you like a good dynasty?
I like Warriors and Cavs every year. Marking it down, put it in pen. This is what we're going to get. LeBron and Steph, Kyrie for a couple of few of those years, and Clay and Draymond and KD and all. Give me that. If I can, why am I not signing up to see greatness year in, year out? Why would I want to see the Celtics and the Lakers or so on and so forth when you get some good rivalries and good battles? So for me, that's what I walk away from this going, dang, it happened again. Well, we're going to have another one-time champ. Now, obviously, the Spurs will want to say, hey, no, if we win it, we're going to be right back at it. But to your point, with the Thunder, we don't know. Because it looks like the Spurs can win it and be a threat, but they might be back and forth. They're not winning maybe 8 years before they win it again. You never know. But I go back to this Thunder team. The one good thing for them that they've done, Rob, is be able to have a bunch of different young players and trade assets and draft picks. Because what they can do, what a lot of other teams can't, Rob, they can say we got our best player, SGA. We got our second best player, J-Dub. We got some ancillary nice pieces. And we got some ancillary nice pieces that can go. That'll be coveted, that we can trade, that we can get rid of. And we got mad first-round picks. So that's one reason why I don't think they're going to go away. Obviously, they're not going to be a dynasty.
But there's a big difference between coming back a couple years later. And I'm just saying, once you win back-to-back, remember, those Spurs team was Tim Duncan never won back-to-back. And that's why people don't have or hold it. Like I say it all the time. Tim Duncan won 5 out of 6 championships. He's never even mentioned. Mm-hmm. He could have easily been 6 for 6 like Michael Jordan, but they never won more than one in a row.
Which is crazy. It was like on the odd years, like 99, 03, right. 05, 07.
Do you know what I mean? It changes the way you look at it. And when you just talk about they're good, OKC could easily be Milwaukee, could easily be Toronto, and nobody's talking about those teams.
That's what's
they won a championship.
And that's why when you heard SGA, he talking about, I'll paraphrase, but he said, I failed. Because to me, that's exactly what this season was supposed to be for him. Fox Sports Radio. Thank you to E from Salon for joining us. It is a Trash Talking Tuesday, by the way. That's coming up next hour, so you can get ready for that as well. Looking forward to what you guys have cooking on that. Antonio Daniels next hour as well. And then Jonathan Von Tobel will join us, host of Money Moves on VSiN last hour. So we still got a lot going on in the show.
I also want to give a shout-out, an odd couple shout-out. To my man Tony Motley from Southfield, Michigan, one of my buddies who's watching us on YouTube.
Shout out to Tony.
Suburban Detroit. Tony and his family.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
He's right.
Tony's like, wow. It's all good, Tony.
He's right there. He keep an eye on your house.
Yeah. Yeah, how'd you know that?
Wow.
I mean, I know the neighborhood.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Very good. Thanks, Tony.
Shout out to Tony, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's get to it. Shekel City.
All right, last night, good night, 2-1. Record is now 152 and 121. 31 games over 500 versus the spread. I'll take that any day. Here we go. Best bet. I'm taking the Cubs minus 1.5. They're hosting the Athletics in Chicago.
Okay.
Got the Pirates minus 1.5. They're in Houston taking on the Astros. And the Angels, who lost by 1 run last night to the Rockies. I'm going to take the Angels minus 1.5 in Anaheim, taking on the Rockies. So, again, Angels minus 1.5, Pirates minus 1.5 runs, and the Cubs minus 1.5 runs. And remember,
what's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right.
Bryce Harper just went yard in Philadelphia.
There he is.
Got a tie game.
Did he scream something to Rob Manfred?
Yeah, it's going, it's gone.
Yeah,
how's that?
He's talking. Well, hopefully, he wasn't talking about the season. My goodness. All right, there you have.
I'm just happy that they're talking. I'm serious.
They are.
I don't care.
He said something today, though.
He was concerned.
He was concerned. Yeah, he was saying.
Everybody's concerned because I think everybody knows about the momentum of the game, and it would just be like baseball shooting itself in the foot.
It would be. We talked about it. I mean, you got the
all
momentum.
The numbers
you don't
are good, right?
Numbers
Everything's
good. Stars, young stars. Obviously, some like middling age stars like himself, Mike Trout, and you don't want to lose that at all. And you, like we said, you had the big cities. You had the Dodgers in it. You had the Yankees. Not this past year, the year before that. You know what I mean? You're having some great things happen. It'll be awful to lose that. All right, let's get to your tire rack play of the day.
Dingler swinging a high fly ball center field. This one's deep. Going back is Mullins at the fence, looking up, and it's gone. Fourth home run of the night for the Tigers. Second of the night for Dylan Dingler.
Tigers radio there.
Dan Dickerson, one of my buddy Dan Dickerson.
Hold on, you know what? Now that I look at it, what is it? Bottom of the fourth, Tigers up 5-0 on the Rays. I thought they were going to use all their runs. They had 10 yesterday. They're doing all right. You know how you get 10 runs, you usually get 1 or 2 the next day? They're at 5 right now. So, all right. Still got some juice.
They got juice still.
Yeah, still got
usually
juice.
they'd be losing 1-0.
They would. It's still early, though. I'm a little nervous. They
gave up 9 runs yesterday.
They gave up 10-9 yesterday. That was your Tire Rack play of the day, brought to you by Tire Rack. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be.
And
Who
Paul
just went yard?
Goldschmidt just went yard for the Yankees. It's 2-1 Yankees over the Guardians.
The Yankees hit a home run.
There you go.
All right. Big RIP, man. And Larry Fitzgerald Sr., big time. What was it, editor?
No, well, yeah, sports writer and broadcaster. He had a talk show in Minneapolis.
Yep.
Somebody who, when I was a young writer and got my own talk show in Detroit at a young age, somebody who would give me advice and stuff that I still hold on to today. Great guy. And then, you know, to see a sports writer and then his son become a star in the NFL was always something because he was like a ball boy. And I remember meeting his son, you know, years ago. And this guy winds up being one of the best receivers.
One of the best receivers ever, one of the best pair of hands ever. Hall of Famer.
He was a ball boy for the Vikings.
I know.
Is that unbelievable?
I know. Anytime you see – what's funny is whenever they show those old clips of him, especially once he got like 14-ish, 30,
you can see.
You can see. All right. He's looking a little different out there. They say he's talked to Chris Carter and Randy and get advice and all that good stuff. But rest in peace to Larry Fitzgerald Sr. Love and prayers of the family. Larry Fitzgerald Jr., obviously. All the best to he and his family. But you mentioned all I've ever heard today from so many different people, Tony Kornheiser, Michael Wilbon, is how happy he was to see his boy, as you mentioned, and just to be around all of that throughout his career.
No
so
doubt.
That's a beautiful story there, man. R.I.P. Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Still a few minutes away from Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. It's Vegas at Carolina tonight. The NHL's All-Star Game in February will be a 3-on-3 round-robin tournament with 5 teams. The New York Islanders arena will host. Zach Werenski of Columbus won the Norris Trophy, and Nashville's new team president and general manager is Chris McFarland from the Avalanche. To Major League Baseball, the Tigers are up 5-0 at the Rays in the top of the 5th. The Phillies have tied up the Padres 2-2 there in the 5th. Orioles lead 4-1 at the Red Sox in the top of the 5th. The Yankees are up 2-1 on the Guardians in the 4th inning. The Yankees do not have Aaron Judge tonight, out with bruised ribs and a sore shoulder. Houston reliever Josh Hader has been activated after biceps tendonitis. He's been out since last August. Houston about to host Pittsburgh. And the Atlanta Falcons gave wide receiver Drake London a 4-year extension. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple.
Number 2.
Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. On a Trash Talking Tuesday. Don't forget, in about 40 minutes, your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports. Nobody else gives you Trash Talking Tuesday on a podcast, because you know you can't call in there, or a radio show. This is the only place for Trash Talking Tuesday. And we give you a voice.
We do.
We care about you. We want to hear what you have to say.
You can rip my ass.
Hold on now. Hey,
Who was that? I don't know who
make
that
sure
I'm the go-to at 2:15 when you struck out on everything else, Rob Parker, and you know it.
That's Jonas. My
make
God.
sure we bury that first one. Just,
there you go. I know.
I don't want to hear that one.
All right.
Like everything's coming at me.
Checking. You can check us out, I should say, on YouTube. My friend Tony Motley, who I was just mentioning,
Yep.
he said,
yeah,
I'll stop by your house. He's watching us on YouTube. You could be like Tony. Check us out. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. After that, you can tap the Knicks thumbs up icon and comment away. Again, all that thumbing might get them to a championship.
Did you see that when they won the Eastern Conference Finals? Did you see Jalen Brunson? So they do the presentation of the trophy. He literally gets it. He goes and he looks at Josh Hart and he said, "Hey, like,
don't touch."
He did
me.
like that, like go away. Like he shoot him away. Like don't come over here. Josh was like, I'm cool.
That's
chilling.
one of the all-time moments. Like something you never.
No, I'm a grown man. You can't have me on there. Yeah, we play. Woo! You can't have me out there, man.
But his reaction was like really like.
His reaction was, I can't believe you would do that right now.
Right? Could you? We're on a stage,
right now,
cameras everywhere, and you're going to do that?
Right now.
We're not in the locker room, and it's just us playing around.
That truest definition of read the room.
No doubt. All right, just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Coming up in about 27 minutes, Antonio Daniels, of course, NBA champ, Sirius XM NBA radio, Pelicans TV, color TV analyst, and also Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. And Trash Talking, I said, in about 40 minutes. Rob G.
Shout out to Rob J, too.
Rob J, too.
Shout out to Rob J.
Yeah.
Rob G.
What you think J for? Is it Javier?
Yeah, that's my father-in-law's name. It could be.
Why I got to be Javier?
Racist.
It might have been Jefferson.
No, I'm saying.
Or Jeff.
You've never met a Mexican guy named Jefferson.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never met
never.
a Mexican guy named
Not
Jefferson.
once.
I didn't call you. I've never called you.
By the way, this is a tangent, but I'm going to run it by you guys because I feel like we're in the safe space here.
Okay.
Why are black people trying to hijack Mexican names?
Like what?
What else have we done?
Julio? There's a lot of black people named Julio all of a sudden.
Really?
Yes, there is. Shout out to Julio Jones, one of the great receivers.
Are they Afro-Latina?
I
Meaning
don't know.
Look black? Like
That's
as
what I'm
far, I mean,
saying.
they are black, but I mean, they look
like
African-American.
Dominican or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you got dark-skinned Dominicans.
They might be Dominican.
Is
It might
Julio
be
Jones Dominican?
I bet you. I don't think
might
he's
have
all black.
He might have American black. We got to say that, make sure, because
Right.
he can be black.
Racist.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I just want to clarify because, somebody going to snip at that and then they're gonna do something with it. Who else is the Julio? Do I know any Julios in my life?
There's a few of them in college football that they just pop up
Some
on a Saturday.
Julios.
You're like, wait a minute.
I mean, yeah, we got some, we like to take a couple of
we like to
names
take
and
a
run with
couple.
it, for sure. We need to bring back some old names, the Keishas and
So
Trevon.
again, it's possible that Julio Jones does have some Afro-Latino in him, but it says here on Wikipedia, he was born 1989. His parents,
You're about to say something so
Quintoris Lopez Jones and
right there.
Queen Marvin.
Right there. Lopez in there.
Hey,
So
I ain't gonna lie. That first name, that first whole name, threw me all the way
No,
off.
but the Lopez means.
Yeah, but that first name is
Quintoris?
that is straight up Jackson, Mississippi, or Crenshaw. Like that was
Foley,
Detroit.
Alabama. That's where
Yeah.
he's from.
He also had a failed sitcom as well, but that's another story.
You see, you didn't have to do that. It was sitting right there. You just didn't have to. Yeah, wasn't that Quinter? What's his name?
Quintoris Lopez Jones.
No, he
5 bowls.
I don't know what that means.
And his mother's name was Queen Marvin.
They got some name. Queen is an actual first name. I love it.
Queen and Quintoris named their kid Julio.
Julio is actually a little. Call is just kind of chill for them, a little relaxed for the two of them.
No
Julio.
doubt.
So now we're going to take Jefferson from y'all. You took Julio. We're going to take Jefferson.
So Rob G.
Trade complete.
The trade is complete. The brown delegation and the black delegation.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yes.
We'll
make
right
that
with
trade.
that. We'll make that deal.
All right. Yes, but big story coming out of Georgia. In the college baseball world. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but University of Georgia star Trey Phelps, 19 homers on the season, first team all SEC player. Really good for the Bulldogs. Hit a go-ahead 2-run dinger in the 6th inning of their regional final in Athens.
And it was exciting. Did you see the video?
He blasted.
They were trailing 1-0. Hits the 2-run shot to put them ahead.
It's a shot. It's a monster shot.
It was a I think that ball is still coming down.
Yes.
He blasted it, right? While he's rounding first base, you see him gesturing towards the opposing dugout or the fan sitting above the dugout. We don't know. And he's continuing his celebration around the bases. By the time he touches home plate, 2 umpires met him there and said, "Son, you are ejected from this game." His coach came out to defend him. Said, no, he wasn't talking to the Liberty dugout. He was pointing at his family who were sitting behind the dugout. He said, no, we've had enough of that. You're ejected too. So as a result, because of the rules, Phelps, who, again, one of the best players for Georgia, ejected from that game, which they ended up winning, and now suspended for their next game of the tournament.
Just awful. Kelvin,
yeah.
You want to start? Go ahead. Go
ahead, because I'm looking at something.
It's awful. That's not what you want to do. Throwing out the best player. That's not what we're here for. Come on, man. He didn't do anything. He didn't point at the pitcher. You know, I saw the second baseman barking at him more than anything, right? Like as he was running the bases.
Bro.
As long as you keep that to yourself, and that's what he was. It wasn't against the other team. I just think it's wrong. It's misguided. What are we doing here?
I don't care if it was the other team. Man up. Rob G. Rob Parker, if you're allowed to be riding around in a Ferrari or iced out chains because you can get NIL money and I can do all this, surely you're boy enough, man enough to take a little taunting, even if it was at them. Now, can you say something to them? Can you get a warning? Can you like in basketball, if you hold on to the ball or something at the dunk, they say taunting or they'll say delay a game. Can you give them something? Sure. But to toss him for that, and if you actually saw it, for those of you who haven't, make sure you go look at it.
How could you take a talent like that out of the game?
For nothing. He turns. He's on his way to first, and he turns. Imagine if he turns and looks towards the dugout, and you can kind of see him just jumping, like looking at he said it's his family. He didn't flick him off. He didn't do who used to be the wrestler, Rob G, where they do the whole, you know what I'm talking about. Triple H, do the Triple H little,
to your pelvic. Any kind of genitalia.
He didn't grab his genitalia. He didn't do anything. He just was jumping kind of like, yeah, y'all see it. That's what we're kicking people out. So we're saying, hey, student athletes, work hard, dedicate your life to your sport, dedicate your life to your academics, work hard, show up, do everything right, have a massive moment where you make a huge statement in a huge game, and then, you don't ever celebrate. Don't enjoy it. Don't reap the rewards of all your hard work because we'll suspend you and kick you out. And did it feel a little, was it too cultural? Was it too much flavor? Because we saw that happen to all the Afro Latinos and the black guys in baseball. Hold on now. Hold on. Don't swing your bat. Don't have this. Don't make a move. Don't dance. Don't salsa. Don't throw your bat. Don't Batista and throw it up in there. Baseball has to loosen up.
That Batista bat flip is one of the all-time greats. I don't care what anybody says.
Iconic.
To hit a home run in that situation, right?
Bomb.
Are you kidding? Right.
And dude, every sport, Rob, hockey, they're allowed to literally beat each other over the brains. Basketball, you can have flavor. You can have your own pizzazz. You can dunk on somebody and scream. You can, a little bit of something. Football, man, they get a tackle for a loss and they're dancing in the backfield. And the idea that baseball, you blast a 2-run homer to save your team and you can't just enjoy it is ridiculous. And it is anti what me and you keep talking about, how baseball is progressing and moving forward and trying to get a younger base and doing well.
Well, remember, this is college. Right?
I know, but I'm just saying these are the types of things that you don't need right now. That should have been a massive moment spreading on social media for positivity,
and said it was
not
negative.
negativity.
Right. And the other thing, too, is baseball will police itself. In the old days, if you did a little too much celebrating,
he's coming your way.
Bob Gibson would let you know, like when guys pitch, they would be like, okay, you remember that?
Yep.
You better put your head down next time and run around the base.
Or the next batter.
Or the next
it might not
batter.
even be you. You just
It used to be like that. Yes, where they would just be like, okay, y'all celebrating, I got something for you to celebrate. And they'd hit you in the butt.
But I really ask you this, Rob. And Steve, because you guys covering baseball for eons. I get that something might have been a certain way. Let's take golf forever, right? Golf forever was a certain way. You didn't have, and then Tiger comes along. He's pumping the fist. He's got attitude. He's got charisma. And now you see a lot of the young guys replicating that a little bit. My point is, why I understand baseball legislates itself, but I'm really asking, what's wrong with the kids celebrating? Like, what isn't that kind of what makes sports fun?
No, but you remember the NFL, the no fun league.
Well, I agree.
When they took out they used to have all these dances in the
you can't do that. You can't use the
all that stuff in the end zone, the fun bunch.
What is that? Sports, we forget the entertainment value of sports. This ain't life or death, and I know it feels like it is, but it's fun. It's entertainment.
I agree. It's really bad, and that was what a great moment, a great home run. And then to be marred that you throw a player like that out of the game. I'm sorry.
And you know what it does, Rob?
I'm with you. It's just.
Can I tell you what this does, Rob G? You know what else this does? And reminded me, and you're going to feel me on this, Rock. We've talked about it. Terrell Pryor had to live with the idea that he was this horrible human because he's 19, 20 years old, and some guys say, love you guys, man. Oh, I'm Ohio State. Woo, I'll give you some free tats. Just, sign a few things. So now he's looked at as like this pariah and you're a horrible person. Now that thing lasts on you. My point is this kid, now he's looking at him, he'll show off and look at he's a bad kid. And you can say, oh, no. People are that simple-minded, Rob, that they'll take this moment and go, look at them. You know how they are. You look at them, so can't just be happy. Act like you've been there. And all of that just for a kid having a big moment and a big stage in his postseason for college baseball. That's ridiculous, Rob, that he might be labeled like, you know what I mean, he's a mischief.
Over what? Did you see that home run in that
Blasted
moment?
It.
I know, and it was a huge home run in a big spot.
Makes no sense, man.
And you should be able to celebrate. And again, if the pitcher has a problem, he could easily handle it,
yes,
right? Easily, and then you'd have to deal with it. And that's how baseball. Let the players police the game.
100%.
You don't have to police the game. You don't need to be looking for something. You don't need to be doing all of that. If somebody gets out of line, we know it.
Yep.
Now, there was a pitcher for the Brewers who got suspended, but he's touching genitalia.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, remember, you represent baseball, the kids and women in the stands. That's different. This wasn't that.
Dude, he literally turns. He just got like a 6-inch hop, like as he's skipping along the first. Wow, God forbid he look at the people who helped him do this since he was playing T-ball as a little boy. Like, this is ridiculous, right? It really upset me, man. Come on,
no
man.
doubt.
Loosen up. Ridiculous.
All right.
Also, we got to talk about this. We know that the NBA Finals is kicking off tomorrow, and SGA, current back-to-back MVP, he believes this season, well, it was a failure. Is he right? We'll tell you. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Don't forget, we got Trash Talking coming up in about 25, 30 minutes or so. Fox Sports Radio, it's your boy. Stick with us. Let's talk about M-Drive.
Let's talk about M-Drive. And I got to admit, like, when they first reached out, I had never heard of it.
You ain't alone. I hadn't either. But then started paying attention to what was going on in my body. You and I have talked about it. It gets a little harder when you get up there in age.
That's right. Same. After 40, I'm about 42 or 3 now. Energy
or
drop.
3, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Weight won't move. The gym stop giving back what you put in.
Yeah, and then you start to think, Robbie, like, man, I'm doing all the right stuff. Is it me?
It's not. It's testosterone. Did you hear that?
Bing!
It's testosterone. That's right. It declines after 40, and it takes everything with it.
M-Drive, well, it is built exactly for that. So check it out. In the morning, whenever you can, you pop 2 capsules with clinically tested ingredients that support healthy testosterone, energy, and metabolism so you can get your digestive right.
Here's what got me. A scientist named Gary Kehoe built this thing almost 20 years ago for himself after feeling the same change.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. We're trying to get right. We're trying to get active, and we're both working on our health. M-Drive is a big part of that.
It sure is, and over 1 million men use it.
And by the way, too, we got some cool stuff. I'm using a little big thermal water bottle thing. Appreciate that. 60-day money-back guarantee.
We're in the middle of this, and so far,
gotta say, it is working.
mdriveformen.com. Hey, use the code COUPLE and get 20% off your first order.
20%. Take advantage of that. mdriveformen.com.
M-Drive for men who show up. Hey, Kelvin.
Yeah.
Go get M Drive. All right, Rob G.
ever since.
So let's go here. The Browns.
Big trade of the day.
Said goodbye to Myles Garrett. What ramifications?
Yeah, apologies to A.J. Brown, but the big trade of the day, Myles Garrett being traded to the Los Angeles Rams for a Pro Bowl pass rusher, Jared Verse, first-round pick, second-round pick, and a third-round pick. Myles Garrett, during the show, maybe in the last 25 minutes or so, posted his farewell letter to the city of Cleveland. He closes it as such. The best days for this franchise are ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for letting me grow here. Thank you for believing in me. Loving you is easy. Leaving you is the hard part. Thank you for 9 unforgettable years.
He definitely wrote that to a girl before. He definitely wrote that to one of his ladies back in the day. He just took out her name instead of Shanika. He put Cleveland.
You know how bad it was? That he didn't take any of his clothes or furniture. He's already on a plane to L.A. He just left.
I think I just saw him on 405.
You know when you leave everything behind? I'm not
Keep
packing.
it.
I'm not packing anything up.
He left the dog.
Everything. I'm gone.
All right, so here's the obvious question, guys. Is Myles Garrett right when he says the best days for this franchise are ahead?
No. Talk about a con job. Myles Garrett is passing out $3 bills to anybody who'll listen. Come on, are you serious, Kelvin? Your best days are ahead of you. No. Do you know what the Cleveland Browns fans' message was when they traded Myles Garrett?
What's that?
That we're punting on the season, and we are telling you, buy tickets on your own discretion because we're aiming to lose. We're going to put in either Deshaun Watson to stink up the joint or Shedeur Sanders. And if I'm Shedeur, especially Shedeur, I'm saying, wow, they punted on the season. They gave up their best player, not best defensive player, their best player. And now, where does that leave the team and the organization? That means, to me, my first thought was they have their eyes set on Arch Manning. They want to be stinky. They want to be terrible. They want to be bad. So that they can get one of the top 3 picks with the draft picks, Kelvin. If they're not the worst team, they can move up to number 1 they got draft capital, right? Hey, we got some first round pick. Here you go. That is what I got from that trade from the Cleveland perspective. This set was saying, we don't believe in Shedeur Sanders as like he's a franchise quarterback because you wouldn't do this. You don't believe you have what you want to get this franchise going. You don't give up a player of Myles Garrett talent if you think you got something brewing. So this all you Shedeur Sanders fans who are trying to tell me, oh, yeah, they got their quarterback, he's going to be there, this and that. That move, that tells you that's not what they think.
They absolutely are saying we are going to march for Arch. It is in effect for sure, or Dante Moore, one of the two, supposed to be the top 2 guys coming out this this next year, college football. So they're absolutely saying they're about to march for Arch. And when you get rid of a guy like that, because it's not just singularly the player, it's the message that you're conveying, right? It's the message what you're saying. You mentioned it to your fan base.
Didn't they? If you're a Cleveland Browns fan today, you understand it. Buy tickets at your own discretion.
If you just want to come out, just be out the house for a few hours, come on.
Come on.
If you want to see high-level football, don't come see us. And maybe they'll drop the prices on concessions, half off of popcorn and beer and hot dogs and all that. But absolutely, this is what they're saying. And if I'm Shedeur Sanders specifically, because Deshaun Watson, it's a mixed bag, meaning on one end, he's got good tape. And somebody may go, man, if I can just get to that Houston Texans version of him. On the other end, the last 3 seasons, we've got bad tape. So it's like, I don't know. Shedeur, you're trying to create more tape, right? You didn't have a great season last year, but you say, hey, it was my first goal. I was just getting the reps. So you're selling yourself and hopefully the team on it's only going to get better. This is not helping because there is no way they're trying to win. And what they're doing is setting up a situation where, if it's like you mentioned, whoever's going to be the starting quarterback, and I think it's going to be a carousel. I don't think
the starter.
Dylan Gabriel. I think it's going to be Shador, and I think it's Deshaun. I think they're just going to play it out so they can say, hey, we're just trying to see who's our guy, and we're letting everybody get a crack at it. Knowing they're going to be terrible, knowing they're going to end up, 3-14. And what they didn't want from Myles Garrett, sure, he's not a quarterback. Sure, he's not can't score the points, but he can stop another team and keep you around enough that you mess around and win a game. He can tip a pass in the air and get an interception, or somebody else gets one. He can go get a sack strip fumble, and you know what I mean, and keep you in games that you're like, hey, we weren't trying to win this game. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday, which is coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Don't forget, coming up in 7 minutes, we'll have Antonio Daniels join us. We'll talk some NBA Finals with him, Eastern and Western Conference Finals, what he saw and what he likes moving into the finals, which are tomorrow.
I'm trying to remember, did he have OKC? Or no?
Probably the Spurs, because just to connect, him being a former
you're
Spur.
Right, probably
so
Spurs.
I would imagine he had the Spurs.
Rob, do you remember? Would he have Spurs? Yeah, probably Spurs.
My guess would be
he's a Spur.
Yeah, but he's the type that could separate. Like, I'm rooting for them, but I think blah blah blah.
Yeah,
he's he can do that.
He'll be honest and
Yep.
tell us.
It is time to get your financial portfolio game ready with Webull. Get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. And for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosure. Rob G, we talked about it a little bit, but a couple of days back now, was that Saturday, I guess, SGA, they asked him, how do you summarize the season? What was it for you? And he had to say this.
Yeah, he called it a failure.
Yeah.
And we touched on it a little bit yesterday. And we both agree, you guys all agreed that it was a failure, but we didn't really get to explain why. So, Del, we'll start with you. Why do you think that this was a failure for SGA this season?
I think specifically for him, because I'll say it this way. There's some other Thunder players, it might not have been for them, right? I made a name for myself. I played well, and, it might get another check, another team. You can kind of look at it to each his own. It's a little bit different. For him specifically, it's a failure because he had the chance to differentiate himself from the other one-offs. He had a chance to be like, yeah, they cool, but I got a couple of MVPs now back-to-back. I got a ring, and I'm on my way to the finals to hopefully win another one, to have 2 finals rings, 2 finals MVPs, and 2 current NBA regular season MVPs. And 4 seasons of 30-plus points on 50-plus percentage. I mean, you're talking about some crazy stats and a crazy run, and I think he's fully aware of that. And that can start to separate, right? Because right now you got a bunch of guys kind of, is it Joker? Is it him? Is it Luka? Who's the best? Some people might say it's Wemby. He can say, yeah, y'all can have your feelings who you think is best, and you're entitled to your opinion. But right now, who's been running things for the last 2 or 3 years? It's been me. And I think he missed that opportunity, Rob. Giannis got one. We ain't really heard much since. Joker's got one. He's been great individually, but we haven't heard much since as a team. Boston, the 2 J's, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. We heard they got it. Finals MVP for you, Jaylen. Hadn't really heard much. I take that back. We keep hearing from Jaylen Brown. He won't go away. So that's the biggest thing, Robs, both of y'all, is that SGA had a chance to really make us go. And that's probably why you were mad yesterday, or you were so excited. I mean, because you were like, yes, we don't have to talk about them differently. Because if he would have messed around and in 2 weeks won another one, back-to-back championships, back-to-back finals MVP, back-to-back regular season MVPs. Now it's like, man, we got to put some crazy respect on his name. And he lost that opportunity to be able to do that, to separate himself.
No, definitely. And that's why it should be a failure. They were favorites. They started out 8-0. You got all the other stuff that goes there.
All the metrics said they were that.
Everybody, right. And Rob G, we talked about it before. Like, all the metrics said they were like one of the 2 or 3 best teams in NBA history. All those things were on their side. And then when it came down to it, they weren't able to do what they needed to do, which was to get there and then and I get it. They had some injuries, so I'm not sitting here acting like they had their full squad or whatever. They still were in a position that they could
had a chance to win it.
And they had Game 7 at home. You can't say that. You can't win 3 games having injuries too and then act like, oh, well, that was the reason we couldn't win the 4th game because you were able to win. Now, if you got swept or you lost 4-1 and you say we didn't have the manpower, and people would buy that. And
what if Chet showed up?
Yeah,
just
or
a
whatever
little
it was. But it really hurts is that from a legacy standpoint, that's what
you're right.
is, and you might not be able to get that back. You know what I mean? Like it's not that we're going to take away the championship or take away the 2 MVPs, but if that's it, you know what I mean, or they don't come back to that or close to that, you'll be like, well, he had a nice little run. I remember that.
That's a whole different bag, Rob.
It really
back-to-back
is.
Finals MVP, back-to-back regular season. The only people to do that, what is Jordan and LeBron? And I think if I'm missing, I might be missing one more. But yeah,
it's a small
it's a small list,
right?
Of people who finals in regular season MVP and finals MVP, and I think to do it back-to-back. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Jordan and LeBron. I have to look that up again.
And that's what was fumbled here was that opportunity. And a young team, like who, by most people's estimation, a year early. Like they're not. You
could argue too when you look at their core players.
Like
age.
they coming. We hear them coming. No, we're not acting like they're coming, but they ain't ready yet. They ain't gonna come to OKC and steal Game 1. Oh wait a minute, they did it. They're not gonna come to OKC and win Game 7. Oh, they did it. You know, like
and it wasn't, to your earlier point, it wasn't a Wemby just absurd 45-50 piece.
No.
It was everybody play their role. How huge was Keldon Johnson? Hadn't been anything the whole season. He's a 6th man of the year.
But that's what happens, and that's why Game 7s are so dangerous and scary. Like, you just don't know who's going to show up. I know this hurts. We talked about it before. After the Pistons won Game 6, you know, you get lulled into the idea.
I don't know which one you're talking about. The 05 season when they lost
I'm talking about
to the Spurs, or you talking about this year?
But you get my point is Game 7, anything can happen.
I'm so mad at Game 5, 2005 finals. I know you were there too.
I was there.
Robert Horry. I'm screaming on the phone with my boy. I say, he's what you think they're going to do? I said, watch Big Shot Bob. Verbatim, Rob G. It's what I told my boy. They inbound the ball to Ginobili. For some reason, Rob, you were there. Rasheed goes and trapped him. I don't know why to this day.
And you know what? I mean, and he thought he had him sealed off. He made a behind-the-back
bounce pass to
Robert Horry.
Yeah. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. And then he just went ballistic in overtime, Robert. That's the part people forget and think he won the game. No, that shot got into overtime.
Rip had a chance to win the game. And
missed the free throw.
Yeah. Missed the shot.
Or missed the shot. I'm sorry. Yes, the shot. Yeah.
He had a chance to win it. All right.
Every time I see Big Shot Bob, I always tell him.
Line up for trash talking, right? We're about to do that.
Yep, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Hop in now if you can for trash talking. And on the other side of Trinity, we'll talk to Antonio Daniels. Right now, he is Steve DeSager.
Guys, the Carolina Hurricanes have scored on the first shot of the Stanley Cup final.
Wait, what?
In Raleigh, it's already 1-0 Canes over Vegas. They're in the opening minutes of game number 1. Hurricanes had eliminated Montreal last round. Vegas impressively had swept number 1 Colorado. But these Hurricanes are 12-1 this postseason. Goals against average just 1.62. To the Major League Baseball scoreboard, the Tigers have tacked on a couple sac flies. It's now Detroit 7-0 at the Rays in the bottom of the 6th. Padres at Phillies in a 2-2 tie in the bottom of the 6th. Aaron Nola had started for the Phils. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks. He did allow a 2-run homer, but Bryce Harper tied it up in Philadelphia with a 2-run shot in the 4th. The Marlins hit 3 straight homers in the 5th inning off Miles Michaelis in relief in D.C. Marlins 4-0 over the Nationals in the top of the 6th. To the 5th inning in New York, the Yankees lead is 4-3 over Cleveland. Paul Goldschmidt with a 2-run homer and a 2-run single. He's 3 for 3 as the Yankees DH so far tonight. Aaron Judge of New York out with bruised ribs and a sore shoulder in the last couple weeks. Judge is batting .178. To the 6th inning, Kansas City leads at Cincinnati 3-1. In Atlanta, bottom of the 5th, Braves 3-2 over the Toronto Blue Jays. White Sox winning again, 3-1 at Minnesota, bottom of the 3rd. And the Brewers got a 3-run homer in the 1st from Jake Bauers. They're up 3-0, bottom of the 3rd against San Francisco. Among the late games, it'll be Seattle, winners of 7 straight, hosting the Mets. Mariners first baseman Josh Naylor is out with a bad back. The Atlanta Falcons gave wide receiver Drake London a 4-year contract extension worth $100 million guaranteed, so he's under contract through 2030 now. The Steelers gave linebacker Nick Herbig a 4-year extension worth over $40 million guaranteed. He's going into the final year of his rookie deal. Seahawks pass rusher Derek Hall got a 3-year extension worth over $20 million guaranteed. The Broncos gave defensive back Patrick Surtain a pay raise. The Giants released kicker Jason Sanders. Packers running back Josh Jacobs returned to practice after last week's arrest following domestic abuse allegations. The NBA Finals start Wednesday. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Again, if you want to jump in now, 877-99 on Fox. We'll get you on hold as we talk to Antonio Daniels, NBA champ, SiriusXM NBA radio, Pelicans TV color analyst, and Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst.
He's got more jobs than I got.
I know, man. 3 jobs, man. A. Daniels 33 on X. What up, AD?
What up, fellas? What's going on?
How you?
Solid.
I know you are.
Ready to get this started?
I know you are. Did you get a gift bag from the Spurs? You know what I mean? Like, you know,
No, not a gift bag. Just tickets to games.
There you go.
That's better than a gift bag.
No, it is. No doubt about
sometimes
it.
Them gift bags be lit.
But I'm glad you. Yeah, some of them are ridiculous.
Sometimes
at
them
one
things,
time.
yeah.
They used to have to. You had to sign a 1090. You had to
yes,
get a 1099
because it'd be $10,000
worth of gift bags in Hollywood.
Those Oscar nights and Emmy night, them bags be crazy. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, AD.
So AD, you had it. You called Spurs in 7. I picked the Spurs. Kelvin was not buying the Spurs. Not in game 6 or 7. I'm just kind of.
No, I did. I thought the Thunder would. I thought it would be a great series. I said if anybody can beat it, it would be the Spurs. But I thought they would just show up. I didn't know J-Dub was only going to play 53 minutes the whole series.
That makes sense.
But a young team like that to win game 1 and 7 on the road, to me,
impressive.
Antonio, that means you got something going there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy impressive. That's crazy impressive. Like that's the thing that's tough, man. Is I feel like, and I told you guys this before. I felt like what got lost in this whole.
This narrative thing. You talked about the flopping.
Yeah, yes. Like you couldn't even have legitimate conversations anymore. Everything was about flopping and what do you think about Oklahoma City with this and what do you think about that? Like all this other stuff, and it's like you just want to talk about the basketball. And I've said before, like that's the part for me that got lost here. There were some beautiful X's and O's that were actually taking place that got lost in all of the flop talking. And now that narrative has died, right? When Oklahoma City goes out, and the thing is, it'll be something else. Something else will come back up. It'll be flopping that comes up with Jalen Brunson, whatever it may be. Something's going to come up again, but I'm excited to see these two teams go head-to-head.
Yeah, I am too. But let me ask you this. Rob and I will make our predictions tomorrow for the series as it starts. But my big thing is, I'm like, man, history says the Spurs are too young. Like, is this just not the case? Is this just not what it is?
You know what? Victor Wembanyama is the first player that I've ever seen that makes me feel that skipping steps is a possibility. I mean, for me, this is just me talking here.
No, I'm with you. I'm in that camp, and usually they're in the NBA. Yep. I've been covering the league for a long time, and usually you have to get your lumps, and then it takes you a year or two to get there. I'm impressed. I think that they're young but talented. I think the other thing, Antonio, this is not just Wemby. They got a good team.
They got a squad. But they're all young.
But it's not just Wemby. It's not just Wemby. I feel like one of the most underrated aspects of this team is their guard play. And you can go to any level, grassroots basketball, high school basketball, college basketball, like even G League, whatever, FIBA basketball. Good teams have good guards. good teams that advance in the NCAA tournament, a lot of times they advance because they have really good guard play. And when you look at De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, and not leaving out the Julian Champagnes and the Devin Vassell's, they are really good guards on both sides of the floor. Because this is a really small team. They really start 4 guards and a 7'5" man in the middle.
You know what?
This is a really, really small team.
I always said this, and I know Rob G hates me when I go back to the 2004 Pistons, but I covered all the games. You know what I mean, Antonio? Yeah. It was like I watched that team and all that. And what you talked about, I thought always what made the Pistons so hard was the guard play, was that Chauncey and Rip were really good. They handled the basketball right, and they made their free throws. And I always thought that was the reason that they were able to win a championship like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue they had the best, backcourt, arguably, for 3-4 years in the NBA.
No doubt. All right. I love the moment when they won and the team around Wemby. You know, I like the emotion of that. Antonio, did you like to see that? I mean, I thought that was awesome to see.
Yeah, I think it depends on. I think it depends on who you are. As far as how you felt about that, because I saw a lot of people that looked down on it. That basically were talking about how emotional he got and whatever.
No.
I'm not in that camp.
I'm not in that camp either, and you know I'm a hard ass on a lot of stuff. But I like it.
Go ahead, man. Number one, how much you want to win, first and foremost.
Yes.
One, how much you want to win. And people say that all the time. I'm sick of athletes just playing for the money. I want to know that they want to win.
Right.
So when a guy goes out there and he gets that emotional because he wants to win, don't complain about it. That's one. Two, also, the fact that, maybe even they, as a unit, collectively surpass his expectation.
Right.
Think of where you know what I mean? Think of where the Spurs were when the season started.
Yep.
No. And now to be going to the NBA Finals with home court advantage.
With a chance to win a championship.
Yeah.
With a real good chance.
Man, in year 3?
And I bring that up all the time, Eddie. You brought up a great point. People, when I see guys passionate, they're crying. Even when Embiid cried, everybody made fun of him. Like, do y'all want guys to care or not? Y'all say they don't, and then they cry, they're emotional, they, maybe a little upset. Then you're like, oh, man, man up. Or I'm like, I make up your mind.
And this is the culture we live in. We got to find something to complain about. All year, all we heard is the NBA was too soft, right? That's what we heard all year. That's why guys scoring 70 points. That's why Bam Adebayo scores these points. That's why teams are scoring 150 points. We heard that all year. Now we're hearing that it's too physical. What do you want?
And the people in Philadelphia are still trying to trust the process. I'm just saying.
No, they need to put their trust in something else. Put their trust in the Lord at this point.
Trust it in Wemby. All right.
The other side of it.
Are we going to get a prediction now?
You ain't want to talk about the Knicks? I know he former Spurs.
No. Yeah, go ahead. No. Because I thought we were still trying to wrap up that.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say real quick.
Are we going to get them again tomorrow or whatever? No? Otherwise, we need to get.
Yeah, so give us the Knicks real quick and then your prediction.
What about the Knicks?
Just how they got a shot?
Well,
what do they do?
They have a shot.
They definitely have a shot. 100% they have a shot. No question about it. I tell you what I love about what Mike Brown has done is what we've seen from the regular season to now is a complete evolution of the New York Knicks offense. And I don't like using that word because evolution implies improvement. And we use that word all the time. There is an improvement in their offense. It's not as much Jalen Brunson, ISO basketball, pound, go one-on-one. What people forget about Mike Brown is that he was in Golden State when they won those championships. What people forget about Mike Brown, he was in Sacramento and took them to the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Those were two high-assist teams that have two bigs that they used as hubs. In Golden State, it was Draymond Green, and in Sacramento, it was Domas Sabonis. And now he is using Karl Anthony Towns in that same way. He is using Jalen Brunson in New York, similar to the way they use Steph Curry in Golden State, off the ball. right? Just constantly moving and using Karl Anthony Towns' ability to see the floor and also facilitate. So I love the fact that it's not about getting Karl Anthony Towns field goal attempts. It's about simply getting him touches. And as any one of us knows that's ever played pickup basketball, if you get touches, you're good.
100%. AD, no doubt. We're up against it, man.
Give us your prediction. How many games before the Spurs beat the Knicks?
I got Spurs in 6.
Spurs and 6. All right, I'm still debating.
We'll have our prediction tomorrow, but that sounds good. AD,
tough,
enjoy it, man, and down in San Antonio.
No doubt. Appreciate you. All right, trash talking. Man, the lines are jumping. 877-99 on Fox. Trash Talking Tuesday next. It is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Becky Hammon, you'll recall a few years ago, she raised some eyebrows when she was on ESPN during the playoffs talking about Jalen Brunson. She said, quote, if your best player is small, you are not winning. Well, now, flash forward to May 2026, Jalen Brunson is the quarterback of the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, but wait a minute. And the thing that kills me is now it's about Jalen Brunson, but you said it. When did the team turn around when Mike Brown made a change to where everything was facilitated through
Cat?
Okay, go ahead. I'm just saying that like you can't have it both ways. Like when they made that change, he played hero ball in those games in Atlanta and they lost, and then he made the change. So is it the change or is it Jalen Brunson?
I think he's playing. They're playing better as a whole. He's still the guy. He's the engine.
I'm just saying, like,
but they finally found a better offensive way to get everybody involved.
So, of course, with the Knicks headed to the NBA Finals, Becky Hammon was asked about her infamous comments this week. Here's her response.
You're taking a little bit of grief from what you said about Jalen Brunson.
You are. I'm not big in that.
I never said, hey.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying.
No, I mean, I speak from experience, and I never, Allen Iverson got MVP, and he lost in the finals, and I think the two best teams are probably in the West, but I'm up for being proven wrong. And that's the other thing is I think Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player, hell of a player. I'm speaking historically on the NBA with what I said. I don't know why that's being brought, like why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago. I stand by it.
I'm letting you clear the air.
There's no air to be cleared. I said what I said. He proves me wrong. He proves me wrong. I mean, good for him, but I do think the two best teams are in the West.
We know who you like, right?
Oh, well, you know who I'm cheering for.
Hey, I'm with Becky. Becky, I'm with you. I stand with Becky. She's talking about historical. She is. We've talked about it before. She's not breaking any news. And when the Knicks lose with Jalen Brunson, is anybody going to go back to her and go, hey, Becky, you were right? How many people going to go back to Becky and say she was right? No. So I'm glad that she didn't back down. She's not like some of the callers with Kelvin. You know what I'm saying?
Let me calling you back. Rob. Okay, you right, Rob. I'm sorry I called.
I don't have any issue with Becky. She's talking about historically. She's backed it up. Allen Iverson was an MVP. Mm-hmm. Allen Iverson did come to Los Angeles, Rob G, and win game 1 of the NBA Finals, right?
Stepped over Ty Lue.
And then what happened?
That was it.
That was it. That's all I'm saying. And it doesn't mean are the Knicks for sure going to win the NBA championship? And then you can put that to rest. And she said it. If he proves me wrong, I'll gladly acknowledge that he was right. He was right and I was wrong.
You know what I love about her? That she stood on business. She was on some Rob Parker. I call her Becky Parker right now. She was on her brand muffin bag. She was consistent with it. No, listen, she's right. And I want her to be so wrong, just as a, not the tallest person in the world, formerly 4'11" in high school. I told you that. Thank God I grew some.
I can't believe you were 4'11".
I know. I can't believe it. I told
you had to be bullied, right? Did they bully
No.
you?
What? Come on now. See, now you took it too far.
Why?
Come on, man.
I would have bullied you if you were 4'11" in high school.
First of all.
I was 6'1".
First of all, your boy had hands.
Okay.
Second of all, your boy's charming. Are you kidding me? What were they bullying? You know what I'm saying? Third of all, I was cool with the ladies and the teachers, and everybody was cool. You know, I was cool. I was like,
the girls thought you were like cute, right?
Well, the juniors and seniors, they just put me on their hip like a little baby. They said, now when you go through puberty, come here. You so cute when you get older. I was like, so yeah, juniors and seniors a little rough. You
I can't imagine. I was never 4'11". I don't think.
Well, I think you were for me. I don't think you came out the womb 6'4". Okay, but I kept growing. So my point is, I wanted to be wrong. But history has proven we only really have, Rob, 2 examples. Zeke, which, as you know, you obviously spent all those years in Detroit. Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. And then Steph Curry more recently. That's really it. We have guys who were good. We have guys who gotten close. We have guys who were dominant. But those are the only 2. We got Steve Nash, back-to-back MVP. But he never got to the finals. We got Chris Paul.
There were a lot, right?
Arguably the best player at point guard for a decade. He got to the finals when he was like third or fourth fiddle with the Suns. But, I mean, he never got there when he was with the good teams, when he was with the Rockets, when he was with the Clippers. Never able to do it. Allen Iverson, as she mentioned, he got there. He was that guy for years. We know that. Never could quite pull it off. So I want her to be wrong, but unfortunately history has proven that she's right.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. TNA Thursday Night Impact every week. Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total nonstop action as you watch your favorite TNA wrestling stars. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Big shout out to AD joining us. We appreciate it. It's a Trash Talking Tuesday. By the way, tired of the endless job board searches? Well, with Express Employment Professionals, one application connects you to multiple jobs and job seekers. Never pay a fee. Get weekly pay, local support, and real opportunities. Visit expresspros.com today. That's expresspros.com. And now it's time for the Express Pro of the Week. The Pro of the Week goes to Dodgers two-way star Shohei Ohtani. And last week, he's batting .454, 2 home runs, all while posting a ridiculous .82 ERA. So again, congrats to Shohei for being our Express Pro of the Week. Let's get to Trash Talking Tuesday.
Don't you ever talk about me. It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, here we go. Let's kick it off with Larry in Virginia. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Larry?
I'm trashing the NBA narrative that's surrounding the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Spurs. Now, before we knew Wemby was what he was, and we all knew, but we wasn't sure. So they put Shea and the OKC Thunder on the highest pedestal that you could possibly get. So now what I see is that now that Wemby has blossomed into what we all believed and thought that he would be maybe a little bit earlier than we thought, and have positioned themselves to be in the finals right now. Now they're taking that OKC mantle down a little bit, which pitched them two together. If you look at how the NBA spins narratives, every good team has to have a rival. So now you got Wemby and Shea, and already the bad blood between Chet and Wemby. So you got the makings of a great rivalry in the West, possibly for years to come.
All right.
Now, the whole flopping thing.
Hey, Larry, thanks, man.
I appreciate it. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
How about
I don't think Chet involved no more, though. I don't think it's a rivalry with Chet no more.
Chance in Alabama, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. So is this where he wound up going after he left Chicago? Oh, that's not Chance the rapper.
No, that's not Chance. No, he's still in the Shy.
Chance, what's up? Who you ripping? Who you trashing?
So no, this ain't trash talk, man. This is a compliment. I'm complimenting the Carolina Hurricanes and all 16 of their fans. You know, congratulations to all 16 Carolina Hurricane fans, and also to the Vegas Golden Knights, it's been a struggle. They've been through a lot. So much trial and tribulation with that team, and they're finally to the Stanley Cup. So yeah, man, no dissing here. Just with the utmost respect.
I like that.
All right,
no doubt, little reverse trash talking. I like that.
I love it. How about Dion in Texas? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Dion?
I'm trashing the San Antonio Spurs. You guys ain't did nothing. You ain't made it. You got to finish the job. At the end of the day, the Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA, he averaged like 7 less points in the playoffs than he did in the regular season, and no one can even tell you that he had a good series in any round of the playoffs this year. And Chet Holmgren, do I need to even say anything? Lou Dort, did he even show up? They had a terrible performance from the San Antonio Spurs, and J-Dub didn't even play, literally. So if any of those guys were healthy or if any of them had a good series, next year, when they come back, you guys, no one's going to talk about you. We hadn't had a repeat champion in San Antonio. Go New York, go New York, go.
All right,
there we go.
Shots at Wemby in them. You on his list now.
Sound like he mad
Wemby ain't
now.
gonna like you now. He gonna be like,
that's
I
all right.
remember him.
How about Kenny in Mobile, Alabama? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Kenny?
Yeah, guys, I'm trashing NFL owners. They can spend millions of dollars to put, grass, turf in their stadiums, but can't have, real grass for NFL games. I think that's just trash. And their players keep tearing their Achilles and ACLs on bad turf, but they can't have it for their games, for their teams, but they care about their players. Yeah. That's what I have to say, guys.
Hey, Kenny, well said. And you know what? Blame the Players Union, because you should see what they're doing for soccer, because the scratch, and they won't do it for the players. Crazy. All right. Ken in California, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing,
Ken?
Me or you?
Rob Parker, the only fool on the radio that disses old Merritt Garrett going to the Rams. He had to bring up an ACL on his favorite head player, Matthew Stafford. And you know what? The only thing you've been complaining or getting happy about is Wemby and your baby oil, and I'm out.
Good to talk to you, Ken. It's been a little while.
At least I could be happy over something, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's.
It'll be me next time. Kelvin, I liked you, Kelvin, but you just said.
How about Orlando and El Paso? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Orlando?
Hey, gentlemen. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm trashing. Good. I'm trashing Daryl Lessie because somehow always the roster ends up with less depth. Here's a quick list of who he has let go. Isaiah Joe. Really good player. Paul Reed, phenomenal player, has helped the Pistons. And Julian Champagny, I don't even know how to say his name, but he was balling.
Champipple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was balling. He made 6 threes. I mean, he is the reason why the Spurs advanced.
Oh, no, that was a big game, and we appreciate that.
Without a doubt.
Thanks, guys, for the trash talking. Really good.
Yeah, I was looking at that. And didn't they let is it Grimes about to leave too? I think they let a lot of people get out of there.
Hour number 3.
No doubt. Hey, hour number 3. Draymond is right, Rob? We'll tell you.
I just threw up in my mouth.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final underway in Raleigh. Carolina a 2-1 leader over Vegas with just a couple minutes to go in the first period. The Canes scored on the first shot of the night, and then Nikolai Ehlers scored again for a 2-0 lead. 2 goals for him. It's now 2-1 over visiting Vegas late in the first period. Nashville's new team president and general manager is Chris McFarland from the Avalanche. Zach Werenski of Columbus won the Norris Trophy. To Major League Baseball, the Tigers' lead is 8 8-0 at Tampa Bay in the top of the 9th. Phillies have taken the lead on the Padres 3-2 in the top of the 8th. The Orioles have a home run from Pete Alonso and lead at Boston 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th. The Marlins hit 3 straight homers in the 5th. It's now 4-3 at Washington. Bottom of the 7th, Miami in the lead. Guardians up 5-4 at the Yankees. End of 5, Aaron Judge out with bruised ribs and a sore shoulder. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Good job by everybody. Man. Appreciate you joining in, jumping in. No doubt about it. Be sure to check us out on YouTube. Just watch us live on YouTube right now. You could go and say,
looks
man.
Looks good in there. I was just talking to Elijah.
Rob
looks good.
Looks great with the white on today. You know what I'm saying?
Rob only has 8 pullovers and jackets. Shut up.
That's all
you got 38 of them.
38. All right. Be sure to check us out and just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. You could also hit the thumbs up icon. You could comment, all that. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. And don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, Jonathan Von Tobel.
Yep.
For host of Money Moves on Vision. So that he'll be joining us, talking about, of course, the NBA Finals and numbers and all kinds of stuff. Plus, we have Last Call. So we have a lot of stuff to get into in this final hour as the show continues to just fly by. When you're having fun, when you're fun and informative, that's what happens. Other radio shows might drag, and you're doing a 3 or 4 hour show, and it feels like 5 or 6 hours. I'm just talking from experience.
Okay. All right. Just making sure you weren't being specific.
No. You know? Remember, I've been doing this for over 30 years now. How old are you, 30?
What do you mean? You know what I mean? Let me tell you how much I know this. You bring it up every day. I know your entire bio, and I didn't ask for it.
Go ahead, give me my bio.
Started off in Connecticut. Then was the first one was it New York or was it Cincinnati?
See, he don't even know, Rob G. See, he says he knows because I repeat it all the time, but I don't. You don't know what my career
was it Cincinnati next?
Cincinnati. He didn't get to New York till later.
Cincinnati. Then he goes from Cincinnati to Detroit. Then he's in Detroit for 172 years, still there. He worked at everywhere in Detroit, did TV, Detroit Free Press, did the TV, WDIV, was at the Fan. I used to be at the Fan. And then goes to New York, comes back to Detroit, still got a crib there, had a marriage there, still has a house, got a barbershop,
got everything
did sports rap, did sports rap, everything, left with, still has everything but the wife. Then he came to New York, it was FS1ing, and now he's here, AM 570ing.
And then I got booted.
Then you got booted. Now he's NBCing us later.
I got booted. Now I'm back.
I did about an 80% job.
That's not bad. All right.
Yeah.
It just
and been covering the league since 1987.
There we go. All right.
My goodness. What do I know? We all know your bio.
All right.
You got the whole thing on your back.
Yeah.
On your back, it literally says Rob's bio. And it's just turn around, show him.
Yeah, I thought that was like a world tour jacket or something. Right? No, it's just resume.
Rob's resume. Rob's
it just
bio.
means I worked around like I was wanted in a lot of places. That's all.
Man, did anybody ask you to walk around with your LinkedIn page on your back?
The job I almost had.
Which one?
Was before I was in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And I loved it. You know, I love covering baseball. Like, I really loved that job. And I get a call from the Washington Post. You know, this is the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the Washington Post was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, one of them ones.
So they call, and they're like, hey, we're interested in you coming and covering the Baltimore Orioles because the Nationals weren't around then, right? Like, to cover baseball for them. And I was like, wow, okay. Then they go like, I was like, I'm going on vacation or whatever. I'll be back in about 2.5 weeks, whatever. Okay, when you get back, we'll talk. Get back, and it's like, oh, while you were gone,
we had to fill the spot.
We had a chance to hire, and I'm going to say her name for a reason. Johnette Howard. Do you remember her? ESPN, Johnette Howard? Johnette Howard. She's a writer. She worked for the Free Press. She's a writer. We had a chance to hire Johnette Howard as a takeout features writer. Okay, I understand. I got it. Okay. So I didn't get to work at the Washington Post. When I left Newsday, guess who replaced me as a columnist at Newsday? Johnette Howard. So we had two jobs that were
crossing paths
together. But I would have loved to have worked at the Washington Post.
That'd have been the last little feather in your cap.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I never got there. But all right. There we go.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, we did. Now, Rob G, can we cover the NBA Finals and the New York Knickerbockers, who have been off for like 3.5 weeks?
Goodness. Our Knicks, baby.
Your Knicks. You were with the Pistons. You were wrong. You were with OKC. You were wrong. What else?
I'm going to be right eventually, Rob.
Yeah, I guess.
You were with Sam Darnold, or you were with the Patriots. You were wrong. You were with Giannis and the Bucks. You were wrong. Yeah. You were with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
How about the right
wrong.
stuff?
He was with Joe.
Why are you playing that game with me, Rob? You want me to give you
Rob
credit when you're right?
Rob G, keep going. He was with the Magic. He was wrong. He was with the Nuggets. He was wrong.
No, because, Rob G, the difference is you can't give us any when you were right.
I was right about the Spurs in 7.
You can't give us any. All right, that's your lone one this year?
No, but the bandwagon stuff, I miss a lot of those.
Okay.
You do.
I do miss a lot.
That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes I'm confused with yours. Like
why?
Me and you had a really long phone conversation.
He was with the Jets
and you
the
were
Giants
selling me the Giants
years.
like dead seriously hard.
They were solid. If they would have had Jackson Dart under center, he would have made it 2 more games and got hurt.
His team. What movie was that where they let the quarterback get sacked? Because that might be what happened.
Any given Sunday with Willie Beamen.
Yeah, they might be hike.
Well, if there's any like that happened, you already know. People are going to be like looking at it going
let them
like,
start off 0-3.
I told you that. 0-3, 0-4, he doesn't play well, and he gets sacked a ton of times. People be like, something going on. But anyway, the New York Knickerbockers are in the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999.
Since Moby Dick was a guppy, the Knicks are back in the NBA Finals, and they are riding a hot streak. We talk about it a lot. It's 11 straight wins, blowing the doors off the competition. And one person besides the odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, who is not impressed by these New York Knicks, Draymond Green. Take a listen.
I double down on this. Just like Becky Hammond said, prove me wrong. Absolutely double down. Getting out of the East has never been a surefire to winning a championship. What y'all talking about? You get out of the East, you're supposed to get out of the East. It's the East. Of course you're supposed to get out of the East. That don't just mean you win a championship because you get out of the East. It's the East. Great. It's the East. We beat up Boston. You should get out the East. Happy for Mike Brown, by the way, but you should get out of the East.
Here's why Draymond has a bad podcast before we get to his Nick take.
Yeah.
You know why he has a bad podcast? Because who was he really friends with big time?
LeBron?
Okay. So if somebody was there to say, so you're discounting LeBron and coming out of the East and losing all of do you see what I'm saying, Rob G? Like, where's somebody to push that, and then he'd have to change his narrative on how to eat, right? Because the East was always, okay, LeBron got out, but they had to go West, and he lost all these finals.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, guys, when you listen to podcasts and balance and somebody checking these guys. One thing, LeBron is the greatest guy ever, and now because it's the Knicks coming out of the East, he's talking about us to be in the least, and it's no big deal coming out of the East and all of that. I wish I was a co-host on that show because I would have thrown that right back to him. Which way is he going to go? Protect his friend? Or is he going to change his tune? Remember that when you listen to these terrible podcasts out there by players. Unchecked, underreported. Turn them off and turn the radio back on.
That was Micah.
Yeah, turn off your mic, and I was right about that. Yeah. All right, anyway, I do kind of agree with
Draymond. It's all that just to agree with him. Now you agree with your favorite podcaster in the sports world. I did all that just to say I love what Draymond said there.
And that's the only thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to trash the Knicks for winning. That's who's on the schedule. You got to play. Okay? So I'm not one of these What I always say, sports has a short menu. Wins and losses, they win. They won. They won 11 in a row. But there's always context as well. And that's all. I think if Draymond could say that and articulate the context of it, break down the teams, 2 of them which quit after the Cavaliers gave up a 22-point lead with 8 minutes essentially, and their coach stopped coaching or whatever it was, and Philly got punched in the mouth, right? And they kind of collapsed and just kind of gave up. And remember, this team lost and was down in the series to the Hawks 2-1. Jalen Brunson playing hero ball, people questioning Mike Brown and whether or not they were going to get out of the first round, if you remember. People were like, what is this? So there is some context to say they've had an easy path, and I don't think it's a crime to say that if you view the teams that they played out of the East as easy. So I think that part is, but I don't think he articulated it well.
No, because all he was trying to do was act like the West is the best and the East is the least. And that's all he was trying to do. And it didn't even make any sense. The reason why it didn't make sense, Rob, is because not a single person is running around outside of New York, maybe the tri-state area, and saying that guaranteed now the Knicks are going to win the finals. Nobody's saying that. Literally no one is saying that. People, I don't know, the Spurs, Wemby's so great. I can see the Knicks winning.
No, just in New York. You know that because they haven't been in a finals
But
in
he's
so long,
acting
right?
like, aside from the New York Knicks fans, that anyone is just screaming they're guaranteed to win. I mean, I would imagine a lot of people are going to pick the Spurs because they beat the reigning champs and the reigning MVP. And let me also add this. This is the first time in NBA history that we had 8 or more teams lose 55 games, which means to me, I think both conferences were a little inflated. The Pistons, I don't think were quite as good as 60 win. I think they're a good team.
Now you say that?
Well, no, I said it earlier. I think everybody was a little inflated when you got to play the Pacers 4, 5, 6 times. You got to play the Bucks. You got to play the Wizards. Let's go to the West. You got to play the Jazz. You got to play the Grizzlies. You got to play a handful of these teams. There's 8 of them that were bad, tanking, or terrible in your record or how good you were. I don't think some of these teams. I don't think Denver was as good as we thought. I don't think Houston was as good as we thought. I don't think, obviously the Rockets weren't. I already said the Rockets. The Lakers, my point is, without Luka, obviously, Draymond is discounting what the Knicks have done. You mentioned it. Who's on the schedule? Got to beat them. And guess what the Knicks have done? BTA, belt to you know what. It would be different, Rob, if they played with their food. All right, we got to barely beat the Cavs, barely beat the Hawks after the first 2-3 games. They've been smacking everybody up. 76ers, who beat Boston, who a lot of people thought once they got Tatum back would be in the finals, me and you hands up included.
No doubt.
And so they beat Boston. Boston loses to Philly. They beat Philly handedly. They beat the Cavs handedly. And their average margin of victory is 24 points. So the only thing I'll say to him is this Knicks team is not playing with their food. They're taking care of business like you would want the team to do, and they've gotten to the finals. It's not a guarantee, but to me, they look like a real team. And if they lose to the Spurs in game 6 or 7, the Spurs are a very good team. But I think he's discounting the Knicks, who gotten close last year. They lose to the Pacers in a close one. Mind you, the same Eastern Conference team, if Tyrese Halliburton don't blow out Achilles, we might be talking about the one-time champs, the Indiana Pacers, coming from the Eastern Conference. So, yeah, I think Draymond is trying to sell his Western Conference a little bit too much. I think he's discrediting what the Knicks have done.
But what about the LeBron factor? Like, he didn't think about that, right?
And LeBron.
Because there were people who used that as for
a lot
LeBron,
of people.
okay?
My thing when pushback has always been with that. Did you ever look up LeBron's record versus the West? LeBron, whichever iteration you want, he won like 64, 68% of his games.
Yeah, but he didn't win enough championships.
No, I don't disagree. But my point is, it wasn't like, oh, I'm so scared of the West. He always go over there versus Kobe, versus this team, versus whoever. He would smack the West up a little bit. And if you go through his record until they got KD, they were like dag near tied, the Warriors and the Cavs. Because they was 4-2 in 2015, 4-3 the Cavs 2016, and then they had to go and get KD. So anyway, I digress. I think the Western Conference is deeper. I'll 100% give you that. But the idea that just, the Eastern sucks. Do they get there? Pacers almost won. He doesn't blow out the keys. We know the Celtics have won recently as well. And we'll have to still wait and see. The Knicks will very well win.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Do you agree with Draymond Green when he says the Knicks winning the East isn't all that impressive. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. I should say on a Trash Talking Tuesday.
Already fast forward. I know we almost done, but
gracious. On a trash. It's on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin, Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, and we care about your opinion. We want to hear from you. We're a radio show, damn it. Pick up the phone and call in. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And you know what you need to do? Stick and stay.
I've eaten a lot of raccoon.
USA. Oh, sorry.
America.
All right. America.
There you go. All right. Hey, Kelvin, when M Drive first came to me, I'll be honest.
What's that?
I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I had never heard of him.
No, I hadn't heard of him either, man. But the fact of the matter is we started paying attention, and we were paying attention also to what was going on with our bodies.
No doubt. Same here. You know what? After 40, I'm almost 43 or 4.
Something like that.
Yeah. Energy drops. Weight won't move. The gym stops. Giving back what you put in.
And the problem with that is, Rob, at a certain point you start thinking, dang, is it me?
No, it's not. It's testosterone. Did you hear me?
I know.
It's testosterone.
About 10 in a row lately.
It declines after 40.
And you just turned 40.
And it takes everything with it. Yes.
Yeah, M-Drive, let me tell you about on this, built for exactly the thing we're talking about. You take 2 capsules early in the morning, or you put the powder in a smoothie, which is always good, and with clinically tested ingredients that support healthy testosterone, also give you some energy, a little bounce, and metabolism.
Here's what got me, though. A scientist named Gary Kehoe built this thing almost 20 years ago. Guess what? For himself after feeling the same change.
Yeah, and you know right now we're both trying to get svelte, get sexy, get ready for August in a BJ and M-Drive. They're a part of what we do.
Over 1 million men use it.
60-day money-back guarantee.
We're in the middle of this, and so far,
it is working.
No doubt. mdriveformen.com. Use the code COUPLE. 20% off your first order.
And mdriveformen.com.
M-Drive for men who still show up. Hey, Kelvin?
Yeah.
Go get M-Drive. But, Rob G., the Knicks have been impressive. Like, since they lost those 2 games to the Hawks, it's been full steam ahead.
Oh, it goes way before that, Rob Parker. Since January 20th, the Knicks have the best net rating in basketball. But more specifically, during this 11-game stretch, the New York Knicks are the greatest team in NBA history, at least statistically. All right. They've won 11 straight. They've outscored their opponents in the playoffs by a total of 262 points, the highest point differential across 11 games during any point in NBA history, regular, preseason, postseason, summer pickup games, you name it. The New York Knicks are dominating in ways we have never seen. Their point differential through the first 14 games, including those losses they had there against Atlanta, the highest in NBA playoff history. 34 points better than what some call the greatest team ever, the 2017 Warriors, Steph and KD. Each of the other 7 teams below New York in terms of point differential, those Warriors, 87 Lakers, 71 Bucks, 96 Bulls, 86 Celtics, 01 Lakers, 16 Cavs, all won the championship that season. The Knicks are currently tied for the most 25-plus point wins in the playoff and the most 30-plus point wins in one playoff. And they still have one more round to go. Guys, by all accounts, these New York Knicks are for real.
They are for real, Rob. They ain't historically real. That's what the conversation is. They are a really good team. I give them credit. They found their way. Mike Brown has kind of changed this offense, and obviously they've been through the fire the last couple of seasons together. And some of the players, 3 of them, have literally won championships in college together. So they have that camaraderie. They have that thing. So I'll give them credit. I expect them to compete well into the NBA Finals. However, we're talking about historic, that they are not, in my opinion. I know the analytics will say that, and I'm sure Kenny Atkinson will say we lost to a historically, analytically great team of all time. And what we're going to do, we were analytically better than the best team of all time. But no, I look at some of these teams. You mentioned some of them. 2000, 2001 Lakers, that team was insane. 15-1. Shaq and Kobe in their prime. Kobe obviously would continue to grow. He was still young, but I mean, they 11-0 in that Western Conference Finals. And if Allen Iverson doesn't step over Tyronn Lue, they might have won 16-0. You know, so that, I look at a team like that when I think of dominance. And partly also, Rob, I think the issue with this Knicks team is you sometimes kind of have to have the foes, right? Like if you were beating up on some really good teams,
context matters.
Then like if they beat. Let's say they beat the number 1 seed in the Pistons. Then they beat I'm trying to think of another team. You know, something like the 08 Celtics or something, or Tatum.
Right, with Tatum on the team.
And he wasn't injured. You know, just kind of rolling through these teams. You're like, man, they were smacking up some really good teams. That I think is hurting them. Is that they didn't have very good foes that you can say, man, they blew through them, and them. Then you can kind of go, man, I'm telling you, that team was crazy good. So I think they're being. That part holds them back, not having a foe that we can point our hat and tip our cap and say that was a real foe. So I think that adds to an element. And also, too, they kind of don't have an identity, which is a good thing for them in the sense of the way they play. It reminds me of that 04 Pistons team where they were defensive, but they just had a bunch of guys who played together. They play hard.
Going to work.
They were just going to work. Put on the hard hat, going to work. And I think the Knicks are kind of like that, where you're like, Jalen Brunson is definitely a star, but you're like, hey, OG, okay, and Josh Hart, okay, and Mitchell Robinson, okay, and Shamet, obviously Karl Anthony Towns, they kind of just the glue together. They work hard together. Mikal Bridges. So you don't look at them as like Shaq and Kobe or KD, Steph, Clay. They're kind of just a bunch of dudes. The pieces fit. They work together. And maybe that's hurting them for me giving it to them, Rob, as one of the all-time great teams.
Those stats can be deceiving. I think there's always a context to it, and it's not their fault. We've said this about other teams, right? They're the easiest path to the finals. It happens sometimes. Things line up for you, and it's it happens, and it makes it easier to get there. Now, they could easily go there for all that they've done, lose in the finals, and then people say, oh, they had a nice run. And not that they're historically one of the greatest teams ever. Like, seriously, none of that stuff those numbers, Rob G, you talk about will matter if they don't win. Like that, if they win and be the West team and continue to play like
that, will be remarkable.
That would be remarkable because even what they like most of these games they're shooting like 60% from the field. Like it's everybody, no matter who puts a shot. I was watching yesterday. I just could not get over every shot went in.
I mean, they made Shamet look like he was the return of John Starks in that thing.
I mean, just and he's a good player, but there were times when he couldn't make his shots when he was with the Nets, right? Now all of a sudden he can't miss.
Fox Sports Radio, I couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. We got Jonathan Von Tobel joining us in about 5 minutes or so, plus last call coming up a little bit later on as well. You can stream us wherever you happen to be. Just make sure you have the iHeart app. Catch us in all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us all day, live, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app. So it's always going to pop up at the top of your screen. All right, Rob, 877-99 on Fox. You agree with Draymond, rarity, even though you are his biggest subscriber to his podcast. I ain't with him.
I never miss his podcast.
He oversold to me the situation in the East. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls. Who we got?
All right, Brandon in Riverside. Let's start there. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, B?
What's up, dog? What's up, man? I miss you guys, man.
I know. How you doing? We got a new work schedule.
Man,
what you doing?
You have a job out here in these streets.
Yeah, I drive trucks, so I always have to rotate my days from night overnight.
Okay.
Like
day and night.
I catch the podcast, and y'all have me busting up laughing. That's so I enjoy it all the time.
Awesome, my man.
Draymond, I don't agree with Draymond with that all the way because they said the same thing about Boston 2 years ago. They was like, they didn't have no way to get to the they didn't have a hard route to get to the finals.
And they won.
They got to the finals and they won. And they won really they really locked down Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
And New York, we can all see here, that they didn't have the toughest route right now, and that's not their fault, but you just can't. And that was a great thing that you brought up, Rob, with is he going to say the same thing about LeBron?
No.
LeBron had cupcake.
No, he wouldn't say it, right.
8 years was cupcake.
Yep.
All he was playing was Toronto Raptors, and we all knew that they just wasn't good enough.
Don't do that like they ain't win in 2019.
No.
I know they had Kawhi.
That was
is not the point.
No, but that was the point. As he stripped all the teams of their players, and then of course he won. Come
Can't
on.
give you the whole spiel.
I don't even know where he's at now.
know where you're sitting at.
All right. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, no, I don't agree with Draymond, triple single, playing tournament green, that the Eastern Conference isn't competitive and can stand tall against the Western Conference. First of all, Draymond, why don't you take care of first things first and get the doggone Golden State Warriors out of the play-in tournament? Okay, why don't you return them to competitiveness before you're going to throw shade at an entire conference?
I agree, too.
But the fact of the matter is, we look at this. Cade Cunningham, Detroit, All-NBA first team. 2 out of the 3 players on the second and third team are out of the Eastern Conference. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, talking about Jalen Brunson, talking about, amongst others. The Eastern Conference, pound for pound, isn't as competitive. I will give you that. We have a
I was going to say, Dre, if you said anything else, I'd be like, okay, I ain't buying you tonight.
No, the Western Conference, what we saw in the 2000s and its return today, you just can't match up with the size that they have. Wemby, Jokic, Kevin Durant's a bigger guy. In the 2000s, it was the same thing. When you had Tim Duncan, you had Kevin Garnett, you had Shaquille O'Neal, you had Yao Ming. Their post players are distinctive from the Eastern Conference. But let's not act like there's a total imbalance. That's the first thing. And the second thing, if I'm going to hear this, I don't want to hear it from anybody but Draymond Green when he's on the decline. The Golden State Warriors are on the decline. They need to be worried about bringing LeBron James into town so they can return to competitiveness. That aggravates me more than his overall point. Yes, the Western Conference is better, but when my New York Knicks take this finals in 7 games, Draymond Green, where are you going to be at? Thanks for taking the call.
I appreciate it. And I just want to give you an example. Like when Dirk Nowitzki won his. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, his path, and that's why there's always context. Kobe and Powell, he beat them. He beat KD, Russ, and Harden. And then he beat the Heatles. Like, seriously. You can't even look at that and be like, oh, well, no. And then you remember that run and everything. He made every big shot. He earned that. That's why they got a statue.
No,
that's one of those situations.
That run solidified him.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dre, in Michigan, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre? How are you?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good. What you got?
Hey, first of all, I got to give a shout-out to my daughter, Erin. She just graduated high school last Thursday. With her.
What's your name? Congratulations.
Aaron.
Congrats, Aaron.
You know, hey, anybody named Aaron, you know I'm all in. Congratulations.
You're not judging her. I appreciate that.
No, that is true.
That's awesome.
But no,
is she going to college now? What's her deal?
Yeah, she's going to U of L Dearborn, so she want to stay in state.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she's going there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations,
Tokyo Friday, so be safe, baby. Daddy love you.
Oh, I love it, man. Congrats to you and the whole family.
Yeah, that's awesome. It takes a lot of work to get the kids through. You know that. Great.
Man, you just don't know, bro.
Yep.
She gave me no troubles. That's rare.
That's beautiful.
That's a blessing. No wonder you're always happy when you call up.
Hey, for sure. I agree with Draymond, but I think he over-exaggerated the historical part of it, like the East has never been nothing. But this year, the East was kind of top-heavy with a couple million teams, and they was fortunate enough that the teams that would have caused the Knicks problems got took out.
But they got knocked out.
Bad matchups. That's what I'm saying. They had bad matchups. And then Jason Tatum didn't play the 7 against Philly. So it would have been a different outcome. It could have been a different outcome. But they did what they were supposed to do. But I think they're gonna have a different story come play San Antonio though.
Yeah, I like the Spurs. I like the Spurs.
I don't know.
Kelvin's been on this Knick thing, but we don't know.
I think they it kind
so
of
this way it'll justify the Pistons.
No, they ain't had nothing to do with it. They didn't even play. It's the trajectory, like we talk about, the kind of the history. I'm debating.
Okay,
it's gonna be a good one.
So if the Knicks lose, what would you say? Like was that their run? They took these 2 steps and then they got there. And...
Yeah, but
I'm asking.
I'm saying they got to be careful because there's no like, all right, well we got there, we'll win next year. A healthy Jason Tatum.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
They make a move. The Pistons to get some free agency. Does Orlando take a step? And like there's teams sitting there like, Knicks, y'all better get it done.
Right.
Because it's the same thing with Wemby.
We talk about it all the time. It's not automatic. It's just not.
Not like it used to be, because you just knew you had Kyrie and LeBron. They'll be right back in the finals. All right, we had KD, Steph. We'll be right back in the finals. It's different this nowadays in the NBA. Joker trying to get back to the finals. We ain't even seen Giannis. You know what I mean? It's so long. So, all right. Appreciate the call. Jonathan Von Tobel on the way. We'll chop it up with him, who was the host of Money Moves for VSiN. Right now, Steve DeSager getting you updated. Hey, Steve.
Vegas has taken the lead in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final at Carolina.
5 goals already? I mean, we're in the second period. Wow.
A 3-2 Vegas lead on the road. It was Hurricanes 2-0 in the first. 2 goals from Nikolai Ehlers, including one on the first shot of the night. It was a 2-1 Canes lead at the end of one, but Vegas has scored twice in the first 5 minutes of the second period, so a 3-2 lead for the Golden Knights. The NHL's All-Star Game in February will be a 3-on-3 round-robin tournament with 5 teams. The New York Islanders arena will host. Zach Werenski of Columbus won the Norris Trophy as the NHL's top all-around defenseman. To Major League Baseball, bottom of the ninth, Marlins lead 7-3 at the Nationals. Miami hit 3 straight homers in the fifth. Baltimore got a 2-run shot from Pete Alonso tonight, wound up winning 4-2 at Boston. The O's have won 8 of 11. Detroit an 8-0 winner at Tampa Bay. The loss to Steven Matz, who was down 5-zip in the second inning. Philadelphia 3-2 over San Diego, a final. Bryce Harper a 2-run homer. Brandon Marsh went 4 for 4. Cleveland now leads 6-4 at the Yankees in the bottom of the seventh. New York's Aaron Judge out with bruised ribs and a sore shoulder. Royals lead in the bottom of the ninth at Cincinnati, 3-2 KC. And at Atlanta, top of the ninth, it's 4-3 Braves over the Blue Jays. Brewers got a first-inning 3-run homer. It's 3-1 against the Giants in the top of the seventh. And Houston is up 4-2 bottom of the fifth against Pittsburgh. Houston today activated closer Josh Hader after biceps tendonitis. He's been out since last August. The NBA Finals start on Wednesday. The Atlanta Falcons gave wide receiver Drake London a 4-year contract extension. The Steelers gave linebacker Nick Herbig a 4-year extension. Seahawks pass rusher Derek Hall got a 3-year extension. And the Broncos gave defensive back Patrick Surtain a pay raise. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Hey, have a great night. Thank you. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. By the way, truck and bus drivers are trained professionals, but the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the blind spots. Don't linger, pass with purpose, or give the vehicle space. Stay visible, stay safe. America's pros rely on you. Paid for by FMCSA. Joined now by Jonathan Von Tobel, host of Money Moves on VSiN. Jonathan, what's up, man?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm actually out here at Vegas Golden Knights bar watching the Stanley Cup Final, ready for hoops tomorrow. It's a good time of year.
Well, let's just start there. Rob just brought it up. My gosh, are they going to save some goals?
5 goals, and there's still like 13 minutes to go in the second period. Wow.
Yeah, I know. And Vegas has 3 goals on 9 shots. So, like, one of my co-hosts, Stormy Montatoni, she covers hockey for ESPN, and she's mentioned it a couple of times about how Freddie Anderson's probably going to cough it up at some point. It looks like he is today, so good sign for the Knights, the way that they're scoring and making them work today.
Steve DeSager will like this. I thought Tim Shovelday was in goal for with all those goals given up. You know?
Hey, let me ask you this: between we got the Knights, we got the Aces. Vegas is newer to the professional sports ring, but they've got some championships already.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's been a great story for the way that Bill Foley has run this Vegas Golden Knights team. I mean, it's a standard now that they continue to compete for these championships. The Aces kind of got it started with the way that they were performing. And the common link, too, is pretty decent ownership. Mark Davis put a lot of money into really getting the Aces off to a really good start. Foley's done a pretty good job. We'll see how the A's do when they get here with their ownership, which is a little questionable. But, no, they've done a brilliant job. And do not forget, many years ago, the UFL, the Las Vegas Locomotives, many years ago, won back-to-back championships. So,
yeah, I forgot.
No, but nobody remembers that, Jonathan, because 48 people were in the stands, so nobody remembers. No. Did you really go? I mean, did they? What happened? Somebody, you put 2 tickets on your windshield, went into a store, came out, there were 8 tickets, and you went to the game?
No, well, so first I was a little bit younger, so I was like really into the fandom then. But I'm a Colts fan, so Cato June actually played, former Colts linebacker.
Go Blue.
Yeah. So June was on. I believe he was on the Locos at the time, so I wanted to go out and see him. So that was the reason why I went out there. So there's reasons.
All right, let's go here. Everybody and their uncle are betting on the Knicks. A lot of heavy Knick money, New York money. It's been
New York, go New York.
The Knicks haven't won since Moby Dick was a guppy, so everybody's getting all their money piling up on Knicks. Is that changing or not?
No, you're right. Like, this is the way it's going. The series price for San Antonio was over $2 at most spots. It's starting to sink underneath that $2 mark. You're seeing the number for Game 1 move in favor of the Knicks right now. So there is some market support for New York, and I get it to an extent. I think they provide a lot more issues for that Spurs defense than the Thunder did by the end of that series. I mean, by Game 7, you were asking Jared McCain to create on his own. That's not going to happen here this series against the Knicks. So I can understand the attraction, especially with the way that they're playing and the experience, too. Well, they haven't been to the NBA Finals. They at least have made these multiple runs, and we have seen it, right? The Thunder did it. We saw the Mavericks make like little incremental runs before they got to the finals. We can go down the list of these teams that have gone on these runs before finally breaking through. So I think it makes some sense if you were talking about at the beginning getting like plus 180 on the Knicks to win the series if you wanted to go in that direction.
Here's my problem, Jonathan. There's a couple things. First of all, they've shot lights out. Like things balance out for at some point. You know what I mean? You can't make all your shots. Number 2, this Wemby Spurs team is not just Wemby, but they winning game 1 and 7 on the road against the defending champs is impressive to me. Like that, they're not going to go to Madison Square Garden and be afraid or whatever, it is for a franchise that hasn't won anything.
They got a bunch of dogs.
They got a lot of stuff that I really, really like. And that game 1, if Wemby delivers some sort of big game like he did against the Thunder with the 41 and 24, I'm not saying he's going to get exactly that, but
sure.
I love the Spurs. I really love the Spurs. We haven't made our pick yet, but I'm in the Spurs bandwagon here. There's a lot of stuff to like.
I think so. I mean, we'll go to the coaching staff, too. Like, Ms. Johnson's done a really good job. I know Sean Sweeney's on his way to Orlando, but he was the lead assistant for the last 2 teams that eliminated the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? This Spurs team, and then when he was with the Mavericks a few years ago when they beat OKC, he's a really good defensive mind. Like, they've got a lot of depth from their bench all the way to the floor. So, like, I completely understand why you would love San Antonio. And Wemby, like, the non-data stuff, he just kind of seems like he's built for this, doesn't he? Like, he kind of understands it all. He speaks the right way. He knows what he wants to do. Like, this definitely seems, and they are, a team that is well ahead of schedule right now. They're so young, but they seem so like they've been there already, which is so weird.
It is for such a young team.
You're talking about their star players, Wemby at 22, Castle at 21, Harper at 20. This is crazy what they're doing. Let me go here with you a little bit. As far as, I know it's early, but finals MVP, is everything going on Wemby? Is it just like this is his magical run, this is his arrival season?
So pretty much he is the favorite, the odds-on favorite, because it's going to tie pretty tightly with the series price, right? So if the Spurs win, more than likely Victor Wembanyama is going to win MVP. So he's about like a $1.80 favorite to win the award. I think there's been a couple of things. The one big mover in the market has actually been OG Anunoby.
That's who. Yes, I get that.
Yeah, Anunoby was about 60-1. He's down to 40-1 to win the award. And like to your point about getting it, like he's probably going to defend Wemby a lot.
He ain't getting it though. If they win, Jalen Brunson's going to be the MVP.
Only reason why I push back on that, we've seen it. You never thought Andre Iguodala. He would be the same role that Andre Iguodala won when he won it.
I'm just saying where Jalen Brunson and the credit he gets.
He's been their best player this offseason.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, postseason.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be surprised by that. He would have to really – I don't think that he'll be able to shut down Wemby enough, you know what I mean, to be able to get the MVP, Jonathan.
I'll interject and say really quickly that I would generally agree with you, but even this last series in the Western Conference Finals, you had multiple media members, those who had votes, that said that going into Game 7, their MVP vote was going to go to Alex Caruso for the Thunder.
Yeah,
so, like, there is universes in which, like, over a shorter series or even a longer series that you can at least have some good performances that get it for you if you're one of those guys like an Anunoby type.
Yeah, that and 290 will get me on the subway with the Rats in New York, so I'm just not buying it.
Hey, and lastly, with the series right now, kind of a bet on maybe the amount of games, because a lot of people, is this obviously Knicks fans, or what are they? Knicks in 4. I think they're crazy.
Anybody who says that,
I think they're crazy. But where's the money at on the amount? Is it 6? Is it 7? Either side?
Yeah, it's still a longer series. So this opened. Generally your series total games is always going to be 5.5. It was shaded to the over at like $1.65 at some spots. It's up to $1.80 now. So people are betting the over 5.5 games here. A lot of people are expecting 6 and 7, and I think that really makes a lot of sense. And the most favored outcome, if you look at the exact results, Spurs in 7 is your most favorite outcome. If you're looking at some of those index props, if you want to just take something like that,
that would be something. If they do this and win in 7, like they did to knock off the defending champs, and to be that young and the future of it, and Wemby's only going to get better, and you know what I mean? Like it's scary if they're able to pull this off. He's got to
be the favorite for MVP, I would imagine.
Yeah. So
in the NBA.
Oh yeah, no, he is the heavy favorite.
Is there any prop bet or anything that if you were an NBA player and you could make some extra money by I'm sorry, like Terry Rozier or do something like that? I'm just saying. No, Jonathan. I'm just asking. Is there some sort of prop bet out there?
So I think there was a couple. So I'll start with one.
Another goal here. 6 goals in the game already.
Playing around.
Carolina just scored. Carolina.
There we go. We got a tie game. So I bet De'Aaron Fox to lead the series in assists. He's like 7-1 to lead the series in assists. Stephon Castle's actually ahead of him. He's a favorite to do it, but Castle's been playing really well.
Turnover machine.
A lot. Yeah, right. And so I think that Mitch Johnson's probably going to turn the offense over to Fox a little bit more here, and he's got a pretty good shot at leading the series in total dimes. So I thought that at about 7-1 was worth it. And for a little more bang, I did bet Karl Anthony Towns to win MVP.
Okay.
At 22-1. If there is a Knick that is not named Jalen Brunson, I believe it should be Karl Anthony Towns, who I think can have a pretty good series, especially if they're going to use Wemby on Josh Hart. He should have a smaller matchup on him that he can go after and get some good scores together.
But the wording on that was pretty weird. It said, the guy to win the zesty NBA MVP. No. Sorry
about that. Just said we were never getting Karl Anthony Towns on the show now. Thanks a lot, man.
Sorry about that.
Jonathan, man, appreciate it as
buddy.
Always, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Good to talk to you guys.
All right.
Me, JVT. You can give Jonathan a follow there on X. Last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99
Isn't that soap? Zest?
Zest, you're not fully clean unless you're
zesty clean.
Fully clean. That's fully clean.
That's fully clean. There you go.
Stop. Fox Sports Radio.
But one of the big talking points, or one of the big storylines this offseason, has been the Minnesota Vikings quarterback situation. They won, 14 games a couple years ago with Sam Darnold. They let him go, and decided they want to give the keys over to J.J. McCarthy, and they fell flat on their face. So this offseason, they brought in Kyler Murray to what they say have a quarterback battle. Well, both guys met with the media yesterday to discuss what it's like, the QB room, the battle, what's going on between the two of them. We're going to play them back-to-back. Take a listen to both Kyler and JJ and tell me that one guy may or may not already be the leader in the clubhouse.
It's been great. Obviously, I know he's a younger guy, so any way I can help him. Obviously, I feel like I've played 7 years now, going on 8. So I'm considered a veteran, even though I don't see myself as that. Give him any knowledge that he needs. Again, we're both competitors, and I know we both want what's best for the team.
Has he been receptive to hearing criticism?
Of course. Yeah, he's overly acceptive, and he's always communicating, asking questions, stuff like that. So it's been good.
It's just like two guys in a classroom. He sits on one side, I sit on the other side, and it's the coach's responsibility to teach us and coach us. So,
is there any awkwardness between you two?
Awkwardness, it's just like the same feeling, when you're in high school and there's another person on the other side of the room. That's just kind of how it is. So I wouldn't say there's any awkwardness.
I don't like it, Rob. I don't like it. And multiple reasons why. Number one, I feel as though he is hurt by this franchise, right? He's disappointed. You guys went all the way up to get me at 10th. You know I never liked it from the jump. But you go up there to move up to get me 10th. And yeah, my season wasn't the best, but this is how you feel. This is how you treat me. You go out there and get another quarterback. So I think he's hurt, a little bitter, maybe a little entitled. And so that is coming out. Here's what I don't like. You have to know the game. Kyler Murray, it ain't like he's Patrick Mahomes, meaning I think he's going to be the leader to get the position, but you can outcompete him. You can do this. You and I talk about it. It happens, right? Matt Flynn's supposed to be starter. Russell Wilson takes a job. It happens. And you're not using this as a chance to be competitive and show I'm still a leader. I'm still have high morale. I'm still, I can still be the leader of a team and be the guy to be the quarterback, the man of the face of the franchise. What you're showing me is I'm entitled. If I got to work for it, I don't like it. Who's this new guy? Man, y'all supposed to believe in me. I don't like this uncomfortableness, and I'm not happy about it. And that's not the right way to go about it. You shouldn't have a guy that's new to the team sounding more like he's the leader of the team. This just sounds like it's your team. I had a bad season. I'm bouncing back. I'm happy he's here. Man, I'm learning so much from him. He's a veteran. He knows the game. He's been through the ups and downs, the bumps and the bruises. And, man, I'm learning so much. And, yeah, we're going to compete for this position. But I tell you what, man, we're putting this team first, and we're looking forward to it. Wow, was that hard? But like I said, it's just two guys in a classroom, and it's up to the teachers to do it, which means it ain't his job to teach me. It ain't his job to be the leader, and be a role model in this situation. It's the coach's job. I don't like it. It seems petty. It seems entitled, and you're not good enough to be doing this right now, Rob. You haven't had a track record of success with this team, right? He ain't been there 5-6 years and had 4 good years, maybe 1 bad one. You didn't look great. You looked when the stage was there, and the defense saved them in a lot of those games that they got the win. So I think it's a learning experience for him. I think they'll talk to him. Man, if you want to be a quarterback, you got to know how to speak to the media, how to represent this franchise. And I just thought that was not a great example. And the new guy sounded better than you, and that's not supposed to be. This is your 3rd year on the team.
I totally disagree, and I think he has all the reason in the world to be salty. Kyler Murray was dumped because he wasn't good. I wouldn't feel good. Kyler Murray, if he was so good, he would still be in Arizona. He failed. You know what he is. You don't know what J.J. McCarthy is. He's been hurt 2 of the 3 years. 2 years, part of both of the years he's played. 1 year he missed a whole year. Last year he was hurt. He delivered the biggest blow against the Lions last year and cost them the playoffs. He beat them in Detroit. That wasn't defensive. The defense didn't win that game. Go watch the throws he made and the plays he made. That was his best game of the year on the road in Detroit. No, but my point is, I'm not making – why are they parting the sea for Kyler Murray, who's failed for 7 years?
Rob G going crazy in this, sprinkler and everything. I ain't gonna lie. USC Chris, Rob Parker, Rob G, even Steve. For this to be the mecca of hip-hop, for this to be where some of the greatest rappers and musicians ever in the world come from New York, this is it?
And it's ripping off a Vanilla Ice beat, too.
Rob G, this is it? I'll give you the go new, okay, because you if you're in an arena, you just hit that real quick. But this the song still?
But this is the issue I have with it. I was covering this team when this song came out.
I believe you. It sounds like it.
When did this debut? This debuted in the 90s, right, Rob G?
91 or 92, I think.
Yeah, like that's when I covered the Knicks, is what they used to play at Madison Square.
The Locks, Jada and them, Method, Dipset. Ain't nobody from New York 50. Well, it probably wouldn't be 50. But somebody ain't give me nothing yet. ASAP Rocky, somebody. My gosh, is it Davies?
I knew it.
Mano, Fab, somebody ain't gave me nothing new from New York. All right, anyway, see our couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Big shout out to Jonathan Von Tobel, who joined us. Rob G will have that up on the podcast. If you missed any of today's show, speaking of, you can catch the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Just search Odd Couple FSR. You'll find us there, and then you can like it, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Review it, pass it along to people. We greatly appreciate it. So go check it out. You get a best of version and a full version as well. It's time for last call.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance.
Your call's important to us.
Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
All right, let's get to it. Who we got?
All right, I was looking for the other one there. All right, we got it? No. Justin in New Mexico, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. You're the last call. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Man, it's been a long time since I tapped in with you guys, man.
What's goody?
Doing good, man. How y'all doing? I'm up near the Four Corners of New Mexico, man. It's like near Utah, Arizona, and you got Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado right there. So Four Corner area.
Okay.
All right,
nice.
What you got?
Yeah, man. I kind of got to double down. I got two takes. If you could bear with me, because y'all left me on hold for like 30 minutes. So
you know what? It's a popular radio show. You would call other shows, you might get it immediately. I'm just saying.
Hey, I already know that, and I love you guys.
All right, go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, real quick.
So I was kind of trashing. Golly. Homie for the Golden State Warriors, Draymond.
Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, man. I think he kind of ball washing, man. I mean, no. Man. When you go back to what happened in that 2016 Finals, where LeBron stepped over him and he hit LeBron in the groin and all that beef, I think he's trying to reestablish his career after basketball. And I was like, I kind of need you, Bron. Cuddle me a little bit. And then what I wanted to say too was, I think I was trashing Rob on the take on Donald going to back to the Rams. I think that would be amazing to see him on the other side, because he don't have to.
He's retired. He's fat. He's old. He's tired.
Okay, let me tell you something. Aaron Donald ain't fat. Have you seen that man?
I know.
My
I'm talking about fat playing wise. He hasn't played in a couple years. Stay home. That couch should be attached to him now.
Bro, I don't think he likes couches unless he's lifting them up with his biceps. Rob G, I think he's in better shape now than he was playing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he looks lean, though. I will say that. If he wants to play D tackle, I think it's going to happen for him.
Well, you think he can play end? Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah, he probably could, yeah.
He's like, yeah, what's up, y'all? Come with me into the gym, and we're going to lift 150. No, we not. You are. The man is insane.
You think he's going to break out the butcher knives again?
No, that was insane,
That was the dumbest workout I've ever seen.
Is he coming back, yes or no?
Yes.
Rob G?
Yes.
No. Not coming back.
He'll come back. I agree with, I don't even remember who said it. Maybe it was Ephraim. He's going to give it a few 4 weeks. Let's see what's what. Let it percolate. Coach tell him, hey, take your time. We won't need you yet.
Yeah, okay.
And then he'll come in and say
that stuff never works.
Hey, well, friend of the show, Trey Wingo, says he has some inside information. He's joining us tomorrow. We'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
we'll find out.
Rob G, I'm not coming in.
Me and Trey.
I'm not coming. I'm not going to
just so y'all can yell at each other and have me just sitting here.
It was the one about Patrick Mahomes. He was like, oh, yeah, like he didn't see anything wrong with him, and he was good and all that stuff.
I think we've had more than one.
Yeah.
I think y'all have had a few since I've been
here. I'm okay. It's all right.
All he has to do is say hello. Hey, Rob, then another thing. Let me tell you. And then y'all go right at it. So.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Right?
No, you see me Thursday.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?